Hey, hey, looks like we are live. Yes, indeed. What's going on, everybody? Good to see all of you in the chat. Late night stream, here we are. Hope everyone had a good holiday, be it Christmas or something else that you may celebrate. Glad you're all here today. Oh, that's interesting. Shock. Huh. All right then. Where'd it go? Yo, LV, thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. Rip stream indeed. My Christmas was great. Thank you for asking. It was wonderful. I saw Thor's here, 4:45 in Germany. Rip. Thank you again, LV.
Rip video.
Any pregame roster predictions? Don't really know if I necessarily have anything in particular. I probably will see Max, I'm assuming, from Shock. We'll see, though, on that end. We're probably going to see some sort of roster reveal, which is exciting. Get any good presents? Some clothing. You know, I got a new comforter for my bed, which was nice. Got some new pajamas. Who's Shock's hit scan player? We're gonna find out momentarily. Okay, what's going on? Would Overwatch League have this up by chance? Okay. I guess we'll stick with this for right now. Hello, Alex. Hisu to Shock? I really hope so. Oh yeah, that's what I heard. The rumors MCD and unique to Fuel. Quite the downgrade. This audio sounds hella quiet. No, Ooga Booga, you cannot. Unique on Twitter said that it's not true. Oh, is that so? Interesting. Hi, Ozzy. Yeah, Vindame to Shock's the rumor. Hello, Rima. I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. Are the actual rosters gonna play? Yeah, new rosters, at least from Shock. We're on each of the teams. We're gonna find out momentarily. Why is the audio so quiet on this co-stream from Overwatch League? Is Leak Mafia a good source? Yeah, I mean, they can be. I mean, they've had a lot of correct predictions so far. I mean, no one's right on everything, but I think it's better than nothing, you know? Yeah, I had a good Christmas, Rorima, and if you celebrated, I hope you did as well. I did see the graphic. People were kind of like, making predictions based off of the silhouettes, which was interesting. Like one person was theorizing like MCD on Fuel. I think another even said like Profit, like some crazy theories. The epitome of throwing pasta at the wall. Oh my god, Corby. You had COVID, miss? I'm sorry to hear that, Thor. Hope you're doing better, man. Dallas Fuel going to be low mid tier. Yeah, they're not going to be as good. It sucks. They really should have been able to, you know, run it back, but not sustainable league. Welcome to the Fuel, Krillin. Yeah, Zephyr, please. It's time. Yo, Keon, what's up, bro? I slept on Christmas and missed my family lunch. That's unfortunate. You got cat on your throat, Monka. Captain, I'm pretty sure Shock at the very least are doing their new roster. I want to say Dallas is too. Do you think Kanbin will come back? I heard he wants to leave, like, kind of. He's been looking at his options. The one guy I feel like that's probably going to come back on Dallas is Sparkle, if I had to guess. Has not been revealed yet, good guy. We'll find out very soon. Got a PC for Christmas? Very nice. Yo, good afternoon, Dave. Is Doha still there? No, he's off the team. You think the Shock stream is back up? Oh, good. Excellent. All right, so next thing I want to do is I'm going to move over to like this, and then we're going to go like that. And now we're all set. Doha's just in free agency now. This Christmas, I beat my friend so hard at Madden, he threw his controller and broke it. That's a W. Yeah, I'd say so. Wow, good for you. Yeah, Dallas Cycle of Misery seems to be back. Yo, Lunar. Yeah, I'm sure Doha could find a new home. It's just a matter of when, I'd assume. I'd be excited for your Shock, too. It's an exciting time. Yeah, I'd hope that Dallas has at least some sort of talent on the way to make up for not being able to run it back for their fans. It's a tough thing. It's really tough, man. To win to win everything and then not see your team come back for another year is just the most bizarre thing. It's such a rare thing in sports. I mean, I think to a certain extent, Pangoy, as in Season 3, he was on Dallas, and they were mixed back then, so Delha can probably at least speak some English. Probably Keon. Dallas usually have money to spend. They're never afraid to. We know that very well. Yeah, Dallas losing their backline is a tough loss. Fearless gone too. Like, this team is a mess now. It's unfortunate. I guess while we're sitting here waiting, I shall, actually, no, we should probably wait. Or, you know, okay. What should we do, chat? Should we do a poll predicting who should win now or after the rosters are revealed? I feel like after the roster would be the smart thing, but I'll leave it up to you guys. The best players left on Dallas. Well, technically, they don't have anybody at the moment. Think Violet's going to retire? He might. After? Yeah, makes sense. Now. After, yeah. Yeah, after seems like the right call. If you want my way too early prediction, I'm going with Shock in this. But I mean, I think most of us would be, so it doesn't really matter. Do it twice. That's funny, Alex. After the game. You can breathe again? Well, nice. Welcome back to the Oxygen Club, Vulcan. MCD diff shock. I don't know about that. To everyone coming into the stream, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, subscribe. If you want more Overwatch League streams like this in the future. And give the stream a like as well. I'd very much appreciate it. Bumper on fuel for revenge. 1 a.m. here in Brazil. Pretty hyped for this. Nice. 1 a.m. hype. Yeah, I had a great Christmas, Gabriel. I hope you did too. The longest lasting OWL player in the league. Some season 1 player. Oh god. Names are escaping me. Prophet, yeah. That's what I was trying to think of. Why I couldn't think of his name? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's 10 p.m. I don't know. Dante's another one, yeah. Dante and Prophet. They've been here since 2018. Hoppa as well. Yeah, true. Hoppa. I don't know if he can come back for another year. 5 king clears. Swan is the best player. We are agreeing. Oh yeah, that's fair. Striker as well. Has Neo retired? No. Would this match count towards the unofficial OWL champion title? Since Dallas is currently holding it, would Shock be able to swipe it away? No, that's only an official match, Boris. If only that's how it worked. This is for bragging rights and, you know, it's a show match more than anything else. Yeah, that's fair, Justin. Yo, Tay, good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Not yet. We're waiting for the timer to go down. Then the rosters shall be announced. Smurf was not in Season 1. Do you think Shock rolled their new players? They very well might. Longest break a player had between 2 different times? Ooh, that's a good question. Wolf and Achilleos will be casting this, Noah. Oh yeah, Dia. True. Dia left in what, like end of season 3? He was like I think he was a 2-way on Shanghai, right? And then he came back after 2 years. Oh yeah, Neko's a damn good one too. He was out of the league by season 2, right? And then he came back in season 5 this year. Who's your favorite season 1 Dallas Fuel player? Seagull, without a doubt. Yeah, Fearless was 1 year. 4 a.m. Well, welcome, Justine. Kalios is another good one. Out season 1, then back season 4. Yeah, true, Anthony. Seagull, I loved watching Seagull. It's not a replay. It's, well, I don't think so, at least. You realize that Rascal's the only person on OWL to be on 3 championship teams? Yeah, it's pretty sick. A recipe for World War 3. Yeah, there's a lot of like EU and wherever you people are from in the chat. That's incredible. It's good to see a lot of devoted fans in here. Happy to have all of you. Happy to help entertain you as you stay up tonight. I think it's first to 4, Pixel. Is there a team you don't like as much as the others? No. There's not a particular team that I dislike. It used to like kind of be the Gladiators-ish when I was a Valiant fan, but I never like despised them. I can't say there's a specific team that I dislike more than the others. Thoughts on the AKM Blade? It's goated. 3 p.m. in Australia, that's an ideal time. Well, at least someone's winning in this scenario. The best name out of everyone in OWL. Ex and current players? Probably like Jerry or Jimmy. Are we getting roster reveals? Yes. I feel like a Philly fan. Oh my god, dang. Gary's a good one too. Yo, from Ireland. Wow. Do runbacks usually happen? No, this is a pretty rare occurrence. Why is the audio on the stream so quiet? What the heck? We're gonna have to do something about that. I do not like how quiet that is. I don't know what, like... I don't know why it's so quiet. I have this thing cranked up to max volume. Okay, let's see what I can do.
But none of that matters now. None of the numbers. What matters is what these two teams have left to show with a revamped team.
Let's go like this.
Blow for blow. It is the most competitive grand final we have ever seen. San Francisco and Dallas one more time will fight to the death. Doesn't get any better than this. Are you not entertained?
Okay, and now I'm gonna do my desktop audio.
Good evening.
Whoa.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. Wait, jeez, why is he so much louder than the music?
I'm alexyOWL once again, joined by Wolf, and we'll be guiding you guys through this lovely show match, the ESET Runback Series. We've got the shock, we've got the fuel, and they're going to be squaring off here on this very stage. As you can see, the Korean MC going to be bringing everybody who's in the live audience up to speed and get them ready to go in this matchup.
Yep, Caster Shim just
How's the audio now, chat? Does it sound better?
and I'm really excited
Or should I turn it up more?
to cast this really amazing
I think I might turn it up more regardless, to be honest.
2022 Grand Finals. And look, I mean, we've got a really exciting match on our hands. We're going to be seeing some old players, some new players.
It's good?
coming up
Perfect.
with rosters.
Kinda
And
quiet
this
on my
match
end.
is going to be played with a pretty
More?
unique rule set.
Turn it up
We'll
more?
get into the details
Alright.
of that later on. But some matches will be
We're going
very
up more.
serious and very intense, and some of them will be very fun. It looks like the microphone is now working for him.
He can do his bow again. There it is.
Yep.
But good. Glad we got that squared away. Got to make sure the mics are working. Hopefully ours are as well. But I think
I'm going with shock, personally.
clear. We've made it past that initial little hurdle. But yeah, it's going to be a wonderful little evening. Excited to be a part of this. Thank you to the Shock, of course, for putting this together, the Fuel for participating, and then to
Of course,
the
to
title sponsor,
ESET. That's right.
as well.
Well, you know, Tay, Dallas are crumbling at the seams.
You know, at the end of the Legends battle, it might not be too long until you guys get to see us cast together again. And here we are. It's a nice little treat. I'm glad that we are at least getting 3 days out of these last 3 years.
Want none of the current members.
Together. So it's.
You want to see Seagull walk out?
Yeah. So we will have some interviews coming up here, and I will.
Wizard and Supreme have found teams.
Happen, but looks like we are going to.
We're about to find out the rosters now. Here we go.
First, you can see the roster that they are bringing in today. Some familiar faces, some players that have been released from the roster officially, but will be returning.
I see Grio, Sparkle, Hanbin, Fielder, Chio, no Fearless.
You know, a roster reveal for the San Francisco Shock upcoming. This is the Dallas Fuel players who will be playing.
Okay, so it's just a shock roster reveal?
So before everyone goes out there and it's just like, but I thought he was joining Atlanta. It's like, well, no, Fields is just participating in this event, so you can go ahead and calm yourself down. But it's going to be exciting to see these guys.
No Fearless though, Sag business.
Commentate Sparkle again for the first time in so many years.
True.
And even when he was playing for Paris Eternal, when I was commentating the Overwatch League, I was commentating APAC with you, so I didn't get to cast Sparkle games, but it's been a long time.
Here we go, the shock.
Time to introduce the San Francisco Shock.
Let's see what they got for us.
And here they come, alexyOWL. One of the most hype
Whoa.
things we're going to watch today.
Hey, yo. Vindame, there it is. He sang, yep, no surprises. Finn, yep. Sounds about right. Proper, yep, he was trolling on Twitter like people thought. Max, yep. So far it's to be expected. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you'd expect.
Well, there you have it. There they are. There's been some rumors circulating about who is going to be joining. Unfortunately, no, Super is not coming back. We
Okay.
After the holidays, he's still spending time with his family. Probably.
Yeah, no Violet question mark? This might just be the starting lineup, to be fair.
Right now. But we don't have him back. But we do have a fairly stacked roster here of the side of the San Francisco Shock. So there you go. This is what you guys can look forward to for today's matchup as well as in the future of the 2023 season.
Yep. So we're going to have a quick little interview with some of the players here.
Oh yeah, poll. I'll put up the poll for y'all.
So this is basically, he's saying, the players we've always seen on our screens, they've always been in America, but they're here now on stage in Korea.
There you go, chat. Get your votes in. Who do you got in this show match? Who wins the salty run back? Shock or Fuel? Let me know.
There you go. Seth can translate too.
Hello.
One more time.
Yeah, Thor, I think I have to give you like crazy perms to even let you do that.
The tank player for Dallas Fuel.
Helmet Mystic Sag.
How long has it been since you've talked in front of Korean fans like this?
Do you think they didn't sign Jumbin in? Oh, why do I think?
First time since like he debuted.
I'm not sure exactly. I mean,
I think he thinks it's been about 3 years.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Maybe trials didn't go that well. You never know.
Oh yeah. Never forget.
I know I can trust you, Thor. Fuel still might have this. Yeah, they might. Me and my boyfriend have bet opposite teams. Whoever loses cooks dinner for a week. Don't let me down, Shock. All right, Rima, I see you with the little bet, little side bet. I wish you good luck.
In front of the Korean crowd. I didn't hear what he said, but Caster Shim is just like, you seem pretty nervous.
Yeah, no APAC teams yet.
I'm going to have a lot of fun today for the event match, so please enjoy it. Sparkle time.
It is
Confirming the
working.
mic works. Hello. I'm the DPS player for Dallas Fuel Sparkle. Isn't he cool?
Isn't he cool? Thank you. Very cool, Wolf. How's my day been? Great, Normans. Great.
Championship.
It's been productive. I got a couple things done, made a video, we're out here streaming. It's been a good day. Can't complain. Who do you think gets profit?
Teammates kind of carried me, and
Toronto's not going to get him. The rumors they're getting the American Tornado Core, so I would not count on profit going to Toronto.
how do you feel about your season?
Yeah, I also just want to watch the match, but we're going to be here for a bit, it looks like. So how's everyone's day going? How's everyone's holiday? Dallas is just rolling with their original team, basically, for this match.
I believe you said, like, I feel like I became a better player because my teammates.
My favorite video to make ever? Probably my best player and ever hero of all time, just because of how successful it's been and, like, all the work I put into it. It was cool to see it succeed, you know?
There's a fan meeting.
Yo, Tay! That is very loud. Thank you, Tay.
Gods of Overwatch, go.
Thank you so much for the 65 Swedish krona. Yeah, it was a banger. I mean, it did so well. It's gonna be sad if Violet is gone. Yeah, he might be. Long time sub, first time stream. I appreciate that, Joseph. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Can you turn up the game audio a bit? Yeah, I can.
At the end. I normally get nervous during these games. Nervous chuckle.
Ever thought of using a simulator to hypothetical match results similar to fantasy football? I have not, but that sounds
So
awesome.
I'm gonna carry. I guess I was gonna say one more thing.
Dallas get profit? I'd say no since they have Pelican.
So I'm gonna do my best.
Any Dallas roster prediction?
Fielder.
Nothing in particular. The way I'm carrying it, I appreciate that, Escobar. They could stay on Dallas.
How do you not know your own play? Like, how do you not know your own confidence? I guess.
Yeah, this might not be everyone, though. That's the thing. It's just the initial roster. Glads get profit. They have Kevster. It seems weird.
This is a like, I'm hearing this term for the first time. Pure money. Maybe that's a joke about Fielder and getting the money. I don't know what pure money is in this case, or if I'm mishearing this. But sorry, guys. I'm trying my best to translate this. Let's see what he says. I came here to have fun with this event match. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
그리고 하나만 더요. 사실 필더 선수가 이 델러스 퓨어의 유니폼을 입고 경기를 마지막 치르는 거잖아요.
It's your last time wearing the Dallas Fleet uniform and playing for them.
새로운 팀이 또 결정된 걸로 알고 있습니다.
We know
Unless Grillo became a god since last time he played, I'm worried for Dallas. Yeah, I would be too. Yaki to Dallas, I guess.
So basically tell
Mayhem for profit. They believe in checkmate heavily, so I'm gonna say no. You want XQC to be the next World Cup? He very well could be. We'll see.
I'm gonna work just as hard as I did on Dallas. So continue to cheer for me, my new team. Of course, Atlanta Reign.
I'm watching the Twitter. The official account is only saying these 5 for shock. Yeah, that makes sense. How's my Christmas? It was great, bro. I hope yours was as good as well if you celebrate. Not going from one disappointing team to another. Can't catch a break. Yeah, Profit, I mean, I'd assume he goes NA as well. I doubt he'd stay in APAC. Not a lot of opportunities for him if he's looking to win. Hanbin NYXL, I would not hold my breath. Favorite player ever? Agilities. It's looking like this poll is heavily favored for San Francisco. Not too surprised there.
Just kind of making a joke, I think, about his healing and feeling like, oh, why am I here by myself? Why am I so alone? Like,
Wouldn't it be interesting to see Super in the World Cup?
what about today's game?
Yeah, I'm sure, Benjamin. It's an exciting time to support the Outlaws if you do.
So I want to make sure.
Oh god, Thor, don't remind me. It was so cringe. What have I missed? Nothing really. Mostly just the Shock announcing their initial roster. The Shock roster is Vindame, Proper, Heesang, Finn, and Max.
Now we're gonna talk to the Shock.
Violet retired, is that so?
Listen to me.
I just get to sit here.
Max, the new tank player for San Francisco Shock.
참고로 말씀드리면 샌프란시스코 쇼크는 확정 로스터입니다.
This is the San Francisco Shock fixed roster.
By chroma keys and OBS, to be honest, no. I've never ever messed with them before, Thor.
Anything else?
I hope Rematch gets played. That'd be sick.
Anything else?
I'd say probably Kaluj or Reiner for Team USA, since they're like more, you know, into pro play right now compared to Super.
Max is he's gonna be famous early on in his career, man.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing on Shock Twitter. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't think Violet. No, there's nothing there yet.
He's got a lot to learn.
Is it your first time playing with a full roster? And I think he said yes.
사실 그 오버워치 리그 이번 시즌에 펼쳐졌던 그 그랜드 파이널 무대 화면으로 보셨잖아요. 네.
So you watched the grand finals.
재밌는 것 같았다.
What did you think about it? That was pretty fun.
준우승했는데 내년은 내가 우승시켜야지 이런 생각 안 들었나요?
Where'd Kaluj go if he's not on Shock? Rumors Toronto Defiant. Him and Reiner both to Toronto Defiant is the rumor. Yeah, I love Vindame. He's a great support player.
So
Profit to Outlaws? I don't think it makes any sense at all. They have Pelican.
Even though it's an event match and it's for fun, I'm gonna win.
I want to say that Korea's going to win the World Cup. I mean, I'd assume they would. You could probably make multiple gold medal teams based off of the ridiculous amount of talent they have, both old and new. Korea too strong.
For San Francisco Shock or Vindame.
They're from O2 Blast, Jackson, which is the Shock's academy team. O2 Blast is the best Korean contenders team, arguably in history. So they're talented. They are really good. Shock fans should be excited. Profit could easily go to another APAC team or even get re-signed to the Dynasty. I don't think so, because why would they get rid of him? He was supposed to stay on there, then they mutually parted ways. It's obvious that Seoul are going in a new direction and Profit wants to win. Who are the best young talent the Shock added? I mean, Max and Heesang are both insane.
I believe you said, what do you feel about going to America? He said, I was there, obviously, in the grand finals, and
no, his contract did not run out. They mutually parted ways. Because what had originally happened with Seoul is they got rid of all of their other players, and Profit was on the team. But as they learned more information and processed their off-season, they decided to mutually part ways. My favorite mid-season pickup?
When I was in O2, so I think I'll be all right.
Ooh, it's a tough question. Where's Violet? He's not here.
I'm gonna have fun today. Meant a few words to
Kevster, I'd say, is arguably the greatest mid-season pickup ever. The Gladiators picked him up, and now he's a superstar. In Season 3. The K1's a good one as well.
I missed the joke there. So when you found out about this, what do you think?
What I like on London? I'd love to see them pick up Shockwave.
It's not just me, I couldn't hear it either. It's finally time to play in the Overwatch League.
Yeah, essentially, the Shock got all the people you'd expect for the most part. How long until gaming? I don't know what's going on. I want to get into gaming.
Basically, I want to show the games that I'm happy with how I
Chorong to Outlaws? That'd be sick.
He uses Manjuk to be satisfied, so it basically is saying
I think the Shock roster so far is looking good. Can't complain. Good support line, high potential tank, insane DPS. They're looking good so far. They have some more room to grow, of course. Profit to feel? Maybe. Vindame is similar to Chio, yes.
I'm proper DPS player for San Francisco Shock.
Any good main support to Houston would be nice.
Why are you shooting so? Why do you shoot so well?
Vindame is just a solid all-around support player. Lucio Bragg, he can play it all. Who'd you say is the most niche player in all history? Seagull's honestly kind of up there based off of the timing. In Season 1, a lot of the stuff he played was like he was good at, wasn't always meta.
So it's a revenge match.
He'd play a lot of Junkrat when he wasn't popular. He'd play a lot of Hanzo when he wasn't popular. Mangachu's a good one, yeah.
So it's a show match, so more than revenge, I'm actually just looking forward to showing good games to the fans.
But then again, Seagull also played Diva, so, and yeah. Chipsa, oh yeah, how can I forget about Chipsa? Greatest Tracer player? IMO Striker, but that's up for debate. Hi, Cookie Man and Penguin.
This is not you guys' first time watching a Korean interview, alright?
Who are used pretty niche. Arhan. The Legends Tournament, I loved it. Any player's chances to come back. I mean, Hoxel and Bumper, maybe.
You guys so much for coming on such a cold day. It's not that cold today, but true.
Among's pretty niche, yeah, it's true. A vast.
So he said it feels different from actually being as a foreigner playing in front of a Western crowd coming here back in front of the
Violet is not here.
2 days.
I miss Jonek as well. Yeah, Birdring came back, true. Yeah, Bumper's Rematch is pretty solid. I mean, I know it's a Legends tournament and half those guys are washed and retired, but still.
I learned some English.
I wonder what Max eats for breakfast. Why don't you ask him, Penguin?
What about next year?
Which tank do I think at the best prime? It's hard to go wrong with like Choyobin or Hanbin. Something along those lines.
I want to have the most fun possible.
We'll see what the meta is. Violet's probably retiring according to the tweets he sent out. Yeah, that's true. We gonna see Ramatra? I hope.
Agreed.
All right, I think that is the end of the interview.
Well, as always, thank you Will, for guiding us through that. I
tried my best.
Don't expect Jonek to come back, at least not till mid-season. Jonek kind of updated his health and said he's still nowhere near ready. Cool Mat 69 Soldier. The best Lucio is at his peak? Ooh.
The full distance, so make sure you guys stay with us. We'll dive into the action. Of course, we have some fun little set modes for every single map that's
the best Lucio at his peak.
Thoroughly entertained, so
who I think's gonna win? I'm going with Shock.
We will be right back in a few minutes.
I've always loved Moth's Lucio personally. I think his Lucio is extremely consistent. Lee J. Gaun's also a shout for me. because he could literally just get away with doing whatever he wanted. FD God, you know, I like Moth's style though, personally. DMs are not open, can't ask, rip. Team USA Pred, I'm really not sure. I don't know who's going to be interested in trying out. That's like the one thing. Just like the timing of when the World Cup is makes me worried about who wants to actually play. Funny Astro's a good one as well. Lee gone, Funny Astro, Moth. Hey, Challenger. FD God was good, but he also fed a lot. That's why I preferred Moth. That's kind of why I prefer Moth over FD God and Lee J Gon. They're both, you know, very aggressive. And I prefer someone who can make the plays, but also play smart. That's why I like Moth. Good morning, Awake. Yeah, no, nothing's finalized yet. There's more to come with rosters. Slime in 2019 was pretty based. Yeah, Toby, Masa. Would it be weird to expect Shock to win Season 6? No, not at all. I don't know if World Cup would be a clown show, but it won't be the best one ever, I don't think. It'll be exciting because it's Overwatch 2, at least. Who the Field playing with? Hanbin, Grio, Sparkle Fielder, Chio is going to be their lineup. Yeah, Goat Slime, pretty based. Any news on Dante? No. Do not have anything for you. I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. The best tank ever was. For me, it's Choi Yobin. Is the roster in place to have a minimum of 6 players? Yeah. What happened to Edison? I mean, he's not at this event. The deadline for free agency, we're a long way off. It literally just started last week. Do you think Happy can fill in for Mayor on Outlaws? I think it's possible. Yeah, Void's a good one. Choi and Void are probably like my top 2. Hanbin's kind of a shot at this point as well. Why did Dallas make these moves? It might not have necessarily be their choice. Maybe the league isn't sustainable in their eyes. I mean, also, technically what you have to remember as well is it was their players' choices, as every single player was on a deal together. So at the end of this season, they all became free agents. So technically Dallas had absolutely no one on their roster. What happened if Defiant would only get 3 or 4 American Tornado players and the others did not want to sign with them? That'd be interesting. I think that's a long shot considering they're all really close friends. Let me put my pred in the chat. ATP prediction. You know, I'm gonna go with a 4-2 for the Shock.
Overwatch League champions! But none of that matters now. None of the numbers. What matters is what these two teams have.
I think it's first to 4. Let me double check.
Play for play, blow for blow. It is the most competitive grand final we have ever seen. San Francisco and Dallas one more time will fight to the death. Doesn't get any better than this. Are you not entertained?
Yeah, it's best of 7. Okay. Double checked. I'll give Dallas 2 because why not?
Hello, welcome to The Void, and we are ready to dive into the action here. I'm alexyOWL, that's Wolf, in case you're just not tuning in. It's good to be back, and it's good to have this series. It's going to be a fun little event. We've got the holidays out of the way.
What's going to be DPS meta? Probably Sojourn, you know. Maybe Reaper, some Tracer, maybe. I mean, we're going to see a lot of Sojourn, I'd assume. Is there any player this year that blew your expectations for me was Hydron? Yeah, Hydron was damn good.
Basically fully formed, right? You guys are probably wondering like where some of the players you missed or thought.
Talk about car insurance.
They might still join the roster. There's still some time to go. This is the roster that Shock is fielding today. It's
what tank do I think will be used? Maybe Monkey.
Maybe surprises in the future.
Return of the Ban Thor movement, Omega Wall.
you know, this is the roster we have, of course.
What rank am I in comp?
Today, there's still time,
I
right?
was Masters 4 on
But
support
it's so
last
rare that we get
season.
to see a roster and get a look at an Overwatch League team this early, but also
Most
on the other side
overhyped
of things,
player
the
this
dual
season.
defending champions, to have the players, even though they split up, to be able to kind of come back together. Obviously not completely. It's not the
Okay,
same
so I have
full roster
surprise and
that we won the
overhyped.
championship title with. Fearless isn't here, but it's still
In terms of a
roster that you feel like
surprising
if you're a Dallas
player,
fan who enjoyed the last season, you get to watch them play the best of 7 one more time together for the fans and have a fun match. So
for
it's
me,
a really
honestly,
exciting
Gushue
game
was a
for
little
fans of both
surprising.
these teams.
He really picked it up in the playoffs. I kind of thought he was washed, but he proved me wrong.
Exactly. I was gonna say this helps cut up the
In terms of like overhyped players who disappointed me,
a little shorter. There's some stuff to do in the meantime.
also Hottie's a
You know,
pretty
lot
big
people,
surprise,
they
of
get
course.
their jobs and they get their school and they go,
Disappointment though.
For us in esports, we're like, please, can we start casting again? It's
Yeah.
not only
Probably someone on like NYXL maybe,
but
maybe like
it's still their jobs. So we wanna just
not
keep
Yaki,
working.
maybe like Flora or
So,
Kellen maybe.
It's nice to have these little events sprinkled in to just kind of, you know, re-inject and kind of reinvigorate ourselves.
When I first started casting, when I would go into the makeup room to get makeup, like for the first probably year
Ons
of
was
casting,
yeah, I mean he's gone
so annoying.
like the
I didn't like
wind.
getting makeup, but like I know I look.
Oh yeah,
better
Fleta. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Charlie. Fleta was a pretty
now,
big
like, if I don't
disappointment. Let's call it how it is. Fleta did not look good this year.
I feel weird. I've like it's been.
I'm not
too
that
long
worried
and my
about
stuff is
Boston,
coming
to
off
be
the back.
honest. I'm
still
pretty
good,
confident in
I still
them.
work, and I still get to cast matches. And so thank you so much to ESET and
Okay, so there you go.
Shock
First to
for inviting us
4.
to commentate this. We're here in the WDG Esports studio. It's a first to 4 match. Today.
Defiant as a team were
There's a
kind of
chance,
up and down.
Depending on how these go, we might, even if it is like a 4-0 blowout, let's say the Shock just crush it. There's
Yeah,
a chance
Fleta
that
did
we
not
can
have a
play
good
some
year.
additional maps here, just depending on the pace of everything. But yeah, first to 4 otherwise. And of course, we have some fun game modes sprinkled throughout here. It's not going to be any of this, you know, it's not going to be like, oh, unlimited.
Prophet
heroes,
Sojourn,
whatever. But no 3v3 team.
When's it
deathmatch.
starting? It's gotta be soon, right?
Playing actual matches, actual maps in a 5v5 format, but there's going to be a couple
What?
you know, things like, oh, maybe
The
we
Vegas
have to
Eternal,
run
I don't know,
Winston
man. At
and,
this point,
Tracer on
it's a
this one.
toss-up.
You have to run Rematch on the other one, kind of like we did for the Legends battle. So if you guys tuned into that,
Yeah,
you know
Junkbuck has
what to
ascended.
anticipate kinda going
He's
forward.
gone beyond head
But
coach.
other things
He's
to keep
reached
in
a
mind
new
is if you're
level.
watching here, on the YouTube
Yeah, at this
chat,
rate, Penguin, yeah, no one's
keep
sleeping.
eyes out for the chat. The Shock will be
Yeah, that's also true, Boris.
not so
Leave is a shout for a
secure at some
disappointing
point,
player,
but
but
giveaways.
Chengdu
Make
were
sure
also
you guys keep
disappointing
your
in
eyes
general.
trained on that. I'm being
They're in a
very
tough
upset
spot.
right now to make
I haven't heard any Justice rumors. Not really have I either.
Try to win some nice stuff, though. Maybe those hoodies, perhaps.
Maybe
I don't know what
Cookie
the
Man.
hoodies look like. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Andy Miller, I'd love one.
Yeah, please send to Korea. International shipping. Who cares? Send it to us, please.
Just give me one of the players once. Screw
Killis
it.
is gonna trade his day rate for a hoodie right now. All right,
Exactly.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Okay, it
Dallas
looks like they're
roster,
getting ready to
because,
play.
Obviously, the big standout
Maybe.
here is that
Hopefully.
you've got Hanbin in, and it's not Fearless, the finals MVP. So it is very much a different look here. And what's exciting about that for me is that we get to see Hanbin playing more of a main tank focused role, right?
If you're
We might see
new,
all
just
the
coming
big
into the
Sid,
stream, don't
you know,
forget you
maybe
can
some
hit the
new
like
bits
button. It
from
helps
him
out a
from
lot.
that
And if you're
past.
new, consider
So I'm
subscribing.
excited to see what he
Make
looks like
content
with
like this
roster. Obviously, he's
every
been
single
playing,
week.
quite a lot,
Junkbucks did
throughout
so
the season,
good that they
but
made an
now
entire
it's
job
just
for
him
him.
taking
Yeah.
this matchup.
Yep. Well, there you go. The secret keyword is Winton, as they just dropped in the chat. So keep that in mind for when the giveaway goes up. So keep your eyes trained on that. But yeah, I'm excited to see these guys. Fielder has been an absolute treat to watch, and pretty much no matter where he goes, obviously we know he's going to the rain. He's going to continue to be just a phenomenal player. Excited to see him rocking the Fuel jersey at least one last time, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. It could just double back around at some point. But him alongside
Okay, now we're
Sparkle,
good.
who, I mean, you haven't gotten to see.
Why no Fearless? I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get him to come.
Room and
Grio in his Michael Jordan era.
crazy to see how much he's grown up.
Yeah, it really is crazy. Because you and I commentated him when he was like, what, like 15?
14, 15 years old. We're like, oh, when this guy can join the league, it's going to be, he's going to make waves.
So-
And he absolutely
Proper's just right at home now. It's literally just O2 Blast. This team's just O2 Blast, man. Oh my goodness.
Awards,
I think the tanks that can play everything have higher value this year. Yeah, of course.
he was one of the players that you and I commentated way back in the day.
Junk Buck got promoted to God, yeah, basically.
Like 4 or 5 years, like one of the
Max is one of the hot. Yeah, he has a nice jawline. Wow.
Back in 2018, he
Dang.
played with Kaiser on Stormquake. Like the guy has been around for a very
Max is a
long time.
Chad.
There's a team name.
Yeah, dude. And we were like, okay, Proper's going to be great. He goes to Overwatch League. Avril's been hyping him up, obviously, too, because he cast him in the end of his Contenders career.
Just a little bit.
And then Proper comes in, kills it, right? But to imagine Heesong, who's like the new version of Proper, being on the same team.
I believe
Proper
Dame was on
as
O2, I
DPS
think.
Like, I could, if someone told me that was going to happen a few years
Keep
back,
it together, chat.
San Francisco Shock, one of the most competitive, successful Overwatch League teams. I mean, the most successful Overwatch League team of all time. So, in terms of DPS, this lineup is basically broken. It's not fair.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Avril. Let's
Height
give a quick
check.
shout out to our,
Have you thought about doing like a Discord ran Overwatch debate video?
We've got Avril and Custa who are doing a
I could really escalate quickly. That scares me, so probably not.
Not my first choice, but Avast is also out there. But you know what my first choice is, at least when it comes down to cybersecurity? It might not be Avast, but it's certainly ESET. So
That's right.
Nice ad
Guys,
placement.
keep your PCs protected, and of course, all the thanks in the world to them for sponsoring this event so that we can bring you guys this action here in the
Yeah, come on, Achilles. Man.
Make sure your digital journey is safe, protected by ESET. So, let's talk about the rule set here for how this is going to be played. Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. So, I'm
Who's the one that gets a raise for changing shot color scheme? Also, welcome back, Jeremy.
But
Welcome. Rematch match. Yep, there it is. If you're, for those of you wondering, chat, look at this. You could play Ryan Zarya on King's Road. This is cool. Wait, why Cassidy?
So it's going to be
Open queue. What is this? Okay, this is
for the fourth one. So anything goes
okay.
in that one. And then a ban.
So this isn't a serious match that I see. Okay.
So Sojourn will not be playable, but otherwise a normal match on Dorado. And then the sixth one, we're not 100% sure, but looks like it's going to be GOATS oriented. You can play 2 tanks, Reinhardt and Zarya. And then the rest of the 3 heroes can be anything, so you can play DPS, or we'll probably just see.
We're playing Mr. Heroes, GOATs. roll Q map 7 if we can get there. Oh Lord, help us.
1 tank, 2 DPS, 2 supports, normal game.
Yeah.
Is what I assume that.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a salty run back if we get to map 7.
Alrighty. Well.
Although I gotta say, I have to admit,
I mean,
I think this gives Dallas a better chance at least of making this a series.
Not a character that we get to see too much of. The
A band match? Oh, that's interesting.
I'm excited to see this because it's been a while since we've gotten to see many people.
I guess they could Penguin in theory, yeah.
It's a very last-minute choice. Sometimes you see it.
I still can't escape GOATs.
I don't think we had at all this year.
One of my favorites. So
it's been a damn long while since I've gotten to cast an Embody. I feel like one of the last times that I got to cast an Embody was the Valiant Fusion incident where Valiant won the map and Fusion got locked out of going to a stage tournament. But enough about that. We'll stop torturing the Fusion fans.
Dang, that's rough. Achilles bring back all sorts of bad memories for Dallas fans.
So let's go ahead and unlock
Cassidy. Grillo versus Proper on the Cassidy.
For the first map type here.
At least we get to see like a. I mean, aside from the cast, like kind of traditional comp.
Very, very likely. We all knew it was going to be the case, but
this is a good way to see how hero bans will work. It's a good way to experiment.
See Fielder and Shio as they do it one last time on the Dallas Fuel.
From the outset, Magnetic Grenade going to be lobbed in there. Not going to be finding a kill quite just yet. Little fan of the hammer trying to break the Winston bubble, which they will be able to do. So far, still no kills going to be found, but Max is going to be taken down to a sliver of HP. Narrowly survives. Still is under fire.
Proper on Dallas. Let's go.
Actually going to find the opening kill as Gio's going to be taken out.
Max, pause champ.
Trying to stay alive, trying to keep the team topped up. Sparkle will alleviate some of that pressure by finding the kill here on
all right.
But looks like it's going to be the Shock.
That O2 blast synergy coming in hot.
Paints the kill feed red. Bot now going to be taken. The push starts coming through. The Shock now in the lead.
Yeah, it's just so much more pressure on Grio than there was on Proper there. You could definitely tell.
Where's Pine where we need him? Yeah, exactly.
Able to do a lot more safe damage, a lot more resources had to be burned by Fielder to save Grio there. It did end up falling, so the position got a little bit muddled, and San Francisco Shock will get control of the push for now.
Proper, he's saying Monka.
Still not being contested. They're trying to go for this high ground. Nate's going to take Hanbin down to about half HP. Does have a slight little
Favorite
lead.
player on the
Puts that
field?
primal rage to it. Max is keeping pace.
I'm a big fielder guy.
A lot of damage.
And Hanbin.
Just sustain to keep him alive. Pulse bomb out from Sparkle. Not going to be able to find a connection. Gordio.
Proper's the Overwatch 2 version of Pine. No, I wouldn't say so. He's a lot more consistent than Pine was.
Proper going to be taken down. Nice little shot from him. Finds that kill.
Oh, the stick.
The fight, the pulse bomb comes out from Heesung. Finds Hanbin. Gordio going to be taken down. And that's the shock. Kind of stealing this fight.
Just sign me to Dallas. Yeah, that'll work.
Fuel, but looks like it's going to be shifted right back over towards the checkpoint. Here's the shock regain control once
Yeah,
more.
Pine was supposed to come back in 2021, but then he never got to play, Sag. Yeah, I agree, RM. That's a better comparison. Coach of the year. I don't know the first thing about coaching.
To actually continue that fight into sound barrier territory and really utilize their ultimates to the best of their ability. So San Francisco Shock with a nice, efficient hold.
Well, they get the deny on the bot here, at least for the moment.
The zoning. Oh.
But still in danger is Hanbin. He can't break line of sight.
You know who they could really use right about now?
Let's go ahead.
Fearless.
Well, and that is going to be the checkpoint obtained. Shock now have the forward spawns and can begin pushing towards the end of the map.
Proper is just pounding right now. They got locked out. Hanbin ults, but he's locked away. San Francisco Shock keep him away from his teammates. Everyone else has to stay inside.
ATP to Dallas leaked? Ah, yes, but of course.
On a primal Winston takes him out.
Oh my god.
Man's insane.
I mean, Sparkle shows himself for like 2 seconds.
Your Overwatch team GM, who's your #1 pick? Probably Proper. Proper on land, yeah, terrifying. Subbing Coco, yeah, that's who they could use right about now. Oh, just gets out of there. Oh, Sparkle, Monka.
Again from Sparkle, not finding a connection, so no kills found, but the bot's going to be stolen away as they did get themselves around the back.
Okay, Dallas are getting rolled, man. Okay, dude.
Pulse bomb out from Heesung, going to be absorbed. Fielder wisely throwing down that Suzu, helps keep the team alive. Drops in with the Kitsune.
You know, between not having Edison and Fearless, and then like the team breaking up during this offseason, they're just out of it. Dallas are out of it.
And they are just going to get swept under the rug yet again.
Max looks super clean on this Winston, and the main thing I've noticed about...
If one of the Pauls can go to the NFL, you can be a coach. Fair point.
The DPS players into one of these side rooms, and then they collapse on the supports.
Oh yeah, I forgot to end the poll. Good work, idiot.
Max has done that so well. He's got another primal available. The sound barrier to engage was beautiful. San Francisco Shock just running away with this one.
Yeah, looking incredibly clean so far. And I mean, as we heard from them during the interview, not a lot of time to go ahead and get scrimmed up and practiced. So looking fairly clean here. Laid out. Max is the primal though, so he's going to be sitting pretty. Not too concerned.
Whereas Edison not present.
Still alive, so Proper go kill. Gets the elimination.
Grillo is the man playing for Dallas.
We're going to have a full push coming through right now, Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely...
Is this just going to be
right now, I mean, this is
clean sweep on this map?
Affair. Now, Dallas Field do have a few ultimates coming online here. They're going to have to use this.
All right, Thor. Rubbing it in.
Heesung's got a flank angle with this pulse bomb. It is going to be really rough to get out as Hanbin and get value out of this primal last minute.
New Shock versus New Boston. Yeah, if only. Look at this. They're throwing pulse bombs in their spawn. Literally. Oh, what a shot.
But Sparkle trying to keep things contested. Ends up getting taken down. Here's the juggle.
Hanbin, run.
The Proper. He won't be able to find the kill this time around onto Hanbin, but he swings the corner, finds Fielder with a mag grenade. And Hanbin has to exit. The bot continues to push.
Timmy Turner's dad energy. Nice.
Wow.
So,
5-minute finish here for push.
That happened, huh?
Yes, it is. Fielder will be able to get one with this Kitsune
wow.
rush, but can only do so much to keep the bot contested there at the very end. And yeah,
what character's the most hyped to watch in your opinion?
Go ahead and take our first
I don't know, man. Watching, like, honestly, I love watching Cass. I've always been a big fan of watching pros play Cassidy.
I believe at the end of that, didn't quite get full confirmation. I think it was 0.9 meters gained for the fuel.
Pushing it over for a second at least, you know?
I stayed up all night for this. Sojourn is hella fun. Widow can be fun.
You mentioned it. The players said that this is like their first time really playing.
Tracer's also really fun.
Getting the roster together and doing an official thing. Because I think probably they've done some scrims, and usually when these rosters...
I just got back from the bathroom. What does map 1 start? Yeah, Repel and Chinksik.
Like, how well do you gel with the players we're building? How well do you get along with them and stuff like that? It's usually not just like...
Also, in terms of the pulse, 72% of you said Shock, 27 feel on 604 volts. I know that technically there's a percent missing, but YouTube's weird like that. Depends on the number of votes. Anyway, that looked pretty ugly.
And yet,
get.
Zen can be fun for sure.
I mean, you only need so much synergy when Proper just clicks heads like that, I guess.
Are there hero bans next season? I don't think so.
Pretty damn good. It's pretty good.
So I was
Yeah, no,
curious
Grio
about,
cannot
the
keep
reason I
up.
was
That's
talking
true.
about
Am I in
earlier,
1080p? I
stepping
am.
into
Okay, cool.
Fearless's shoes here in this match and having to play the Winston.
It's
I was
first to
curious how
4,
Max
but they
would
might
be
play
able
all
to
the game
Winston
modes.
pass, but he was a flex tank player before, Overwatch 2.
Do I
Played
just
on
go to
Sigma,
sleep, says
when he was
Thor.
playing, of course, on O2. And so I was like, okay, well, he's in a similar situation in that he played with other tank players who would do that main tank role. But he is, to me, like, yeah, I knew Proper is like one of the greatest Cassidy players of all time. Heesong, great Tracer player, one of the biggest up-and-coming players for the Overwatch League. But
Hanbin's
those
Junker
players, I
Queen
knew
was
they were gonna be
sick.
great, right?
Known
But
quality.
Max was very impressive with his Winston, how he split the team in half, how he protected the DPS, put more pressure on Gurio in particular, who unfortunately ended up being pretty invisible in this first game. It's a good look. It's a good look.
Sure. Yeah. Very solid. So, I mean, granted, Hanbin not really one of the people that you look at on the field and you're like, okay, well, he's going to play Winston, obviously. That would be more the
Fearless
thing.
yeah.
But we don't have him alongside the team here today. Again, this is just, these guys are just playing.
Yeah, this is the Shock's starting roster so far. This is their new team.
This is the Fuel Show Match roster.
They actually, River, what they did for this first map is they made it so you had to play Tracer, Winston, and Cassidy. Like, they were locked into that for fun. I stayed up trying to get you an overlay done before the stream, but I was slow, so I got the prototype done midstream. The game isn't remotely close, so I don't know why I'm here anymore. Thor's questioning his existence.
As it turns out. So we'll figure it out as we go along, but hopefully you guys just stick with us and be entertained. I know that we look like we're here to sell you insurance. Not the
Okay, Achilles, looks like we're gonna sell you insurance.
The Legends battle, I think it kind of carried over into today. Some nice suits, some
Open queue. Okay, what are we... Also, Numbani. We're seeing Numbani for the first time in what feels like forever. Welcome back, Numbani, I guess.
Our styling. So this is what we show up in. But we're not here to sell you insurance. The only insurance that we want to sell you is...
I'm sure Shock will have another player soon. Is Violet still at Shock? We don't know.
Make sure you guys go ahead and go to eset.com and go ahead and make sure that
I appreciate that, Arcane, even though you don't even play the game anymore.
Why would you spend all that money on a computer and not get ESET to make sure it's safe? What if something bad happens to your computer?
I tell you what, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get ESET right now because
Australian friend just DM'd me to tell me to go to sleep. Guess I'm heading to bed. Alright, Thor, if you are, well, good night to you, my friend.
Sounds like you need to go to ESET.
Appreciate all of your work.
I will, for sure, once we get home, whenever that is. But here we go. Second map gonna be coming up. We're gonna go into our
Car's extended warranty.
Numbani on the horizon.
So the rule set is open queue. There is not a
Oh, dear Lord.
block or hero limit per role, so players could.
Are they
play
playing...
five supports if
Are they playing Ramatra Hog Doom? Sparkle's gonna play Doom! Let's go!
Overwatch has shown, might be the way to go. His tanks do a lot of damage and got buffed a lot because when you can only play one tank.
Edison, I'm assuming, is not on Feel, yeah.
Fist? I still have dreams about this.
I mean, Sparkle
He's saying ball.
a little bit different, obviously, but we also have Chio on the Hog. So
Ban Thor Movement 2.0, oh my
and
god.
two supports on
Gonna reveal another project, so they should start paying me. Oh my god, Thor.
We do have a Widowmaker though for Finn.
Yeah.
I'll keep it in
We've got
mind,
8
Thor.
DPS, and it's Finn that's piloting it. So I'm curious to see how this one's gonna go.
Finn's on Widow, okay.
He's a DPS I played from the old days.
I mean, if anybody can make it look like it, I'm sure it's going to be Sparkle. Dante as well for a decent shout as far as the Doomfist is concerned. But we'll see how he
Yeah, it is weird to see some of these Dallas players, who aren't even on the team anymore here. But, they had to fill in the void somehow. One last ride.
Somebody get this man some healing. He's got 22
Total
health.
mayhem. Oh, no.
Looks like he will
Please.
get top back up. Max tries to exit, but Fielder manages to strike him down. Finds the kill, and Sparkle will come up with one as well. So
What
it's
are the
gonna be
Shock
Finn
cooking?
and all. Finn still alive, but I mean, he's going up against nothing but tanks, so kind of good luck.
She on the Hog,
Find
based.
any kind of kill here.
Yeah, it's not looking like he's going to find an angle at the moment. Seeing what he could do before he drops dead.
If they can match map 5 Aldono, amount depends. I'm holding you to that. They should play Tiny Overwatch. Oh, wow. Imagine. All these players love playing with each other, so it's just about money.
Widowmaker, maybe,
Yeah, I don't know why Finn's playing Widow. I don't know what he's cooking here.
See what he could find. As I like Chio's positioning here. For those who were Overwatch 1 enthusiasts, you know that's where the hog hides. That's where it goes.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, God, Penguin, you know, fair point. Finn literally cannot do anything.
That's gonna be the new nickname out of Aston's stream, I suppose.
He's
for him.
flaming hot.
That he is. Well, drop down. There's a meteor strike. Proper looking for some damage.
Proper.
They will be able to get the Sparkle. Nice little seismic slam takes down Grio as well. So 2 members.
The whole hog by Chio, the GOAT, the greatest Roadhog ever.
Even though locked away from the point for the moment. Nice
Well, would you look at
back.
that?
Gonna disappear. And it looks like the shock.
Shock gonna get the point.
Chio has nowhere to go.
Oh, Chio?
In, though. Just take down Proper, but should be falling, and he does. And the cap will be coming through with just under 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, rip.
Sparkle rejoins, dies to a mine, and now you got 420 blazing hot. Cheetos for the side.
Your Owl, my GM, what team you putting Profit on? It's hard, because a lot of teams that I want him on already have a flex DPS.
Dallas will have a huge ult.
I unironically want him on Rain, even though it sucked to bench Stalker again.
So that could be a huge boon for them to hold around this corner here, as Finn tries to get line of sight, sticking with the Widowmaker still. And, you know, started to get a little bit
Why
more
is Finn on Widow? Because why not?
as we do see Grio is going to pop the rush.
Okay, nice shot there from Hanbin. Gets the punch
Hanbin, let's go.
Bin as well, falling. Good rush here.
Neptuno hog.
Amount of value, and they can go ahead and lock up the cart. And it's still here at the first corner, so not much distance gained at all. As he's just he's just hanging, dangling from the edge.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, I feel like Profit, that like it's a move that makes sense, but I'd feel bad for Stalker.
Is what Dallas is running. It's like a real
Oh.
comp, okay, except it's not allowed normally, but I feel like it's.
I'm surprised Chio didn't get credited with a kill there, you know, considering the hook like at least touched him.
They only used the rush, and now they have the Annihilation still.
Why no roll walk? They're doing it more of a just for fun thing. It's like every map's different.
Okay, drops down. So aggressively used here by Sparkle. Not gonna find a kill though, but does force out the sound barrier. Now gonna match.
I don't think Profit to Houston makes sense.
Shielded up, but again, Hanbin just charging forward, pummeling his way to success. As well, Proper will be able to find one for himself, but it seems like that is still going to be the card very much locked in. For
Boston would make
He just can't
sense.
kill Hanbin while he's in Annihilation here. He's basically just going to keep leeching that health, and when you're
Yeah,
losing a
Boston,
fight,
I guess,
Annihilation is still rolling.
would make sense.
It's a rough time for San Francisco Shock, and
I don't think Profit would go to Mayhem for the simple fact that they want to build their team around Checkmate.
But what if? Finn with a headshot.
Oh, Finn heating up, okay.
Body shot kills. It's another little.
Oh, dang, he's in all them
tap in.
headshots.
Chio, he takes a breather. He's going to be able to stay alive at least for a little bit longer here. Will eventually fall and finally.
But Boston have already spent a lot of money. I don't know if they can afford Profit now. I'm sure it cost a fortune to get that core they have.
But they're only halfway to point B, so still have their work cut out for them.
you know, Finn doing a great impression of Violet's like support back when he would swap to Widowmaker in Contenders, you know? Two O2 players.
Yeah, Profit to Fuel would make sense, I think, if they lost Sparkle.
The Widow and opening that one up. As Esong's got ult now.
He does, but Hanbin finds Max. A little punish. The armor will still get popped here. And the Annihilation, I always mix those two up. Sorry.
Oh, Fielder?
Esong, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get too much done. Gets hooked in.
Dude, Chio is actually goated on this hog. Fear him.
Just to ensure that this card is not getting into B, at least not yet. Good hook to get the punish. Allows for Vinhaim to not exit.
Profit to Glads, holy.
Reestablish control as Finn says, okay, enough Widowmaker.
That wouldn't go well for a whole season. Yeah, maybe not.
I think Sparkle and Hanbin just looked at each other with a smile when they saw the rule set. Like, there's no hero limits. They were like, so they said we could play goats, but Overwatch is 2 goats? Like,
Yeah, let's just add as many champions as possible, so then they can inevitably disappoint us. Forehead.
Sparkle gets to be like, oh, it's Doomfist, but it's
Notes hog. Oh, don't remind me. Note was a horrible hog. Profit to Vancouver, lol.
Strike a punch, knocks Vinhaim to the side. Sound barrier built up by both of these Lucios, but Fielder's
Dude, Chio's goated on this hog, man.
Finds the kill. Chio, though, gets proper as well. So 1 for 1 so far, but no support in the game right now for the side of the Dallas Fuel. Have to wait for Fielder to respawn.
Well, they're Vegas now, technically, but no moves yet.
Not gonna get to use it. Good punish, perfect timing from Sparkle. Finds the kill. With 30 seconds remaining, it's something like point B might be unobtainable here for the side of the Shock.
Grail's the new Teru.
They are going to be able to take this one. They have a lot of great tools to contest, but the old advantage
Oh,
they have
Max.
is certainly possible,
Max.
but it's going to be a bit staggered.
Hello?
How they have to get in here and touch. Max
This is some
cannot
saucy gameplay.
Has to hold it.
It was a good shot, though. Got the hit across on the field that takes him down. Now the Kitsune rushes, he TP's in
I'd like to see Becky get another
Shovel
chance
away
too.
down, Member sound barrier in from Viname as well. Up into the air, drop down, Proper looking for the kill, just keeping Gio pinned in the corner for the time being, but now the whole hog is available. He gets the hook
Everyone
in,
on
Proper
tank except the tank player.
But still not quite there though. 0.69 meters left to go. Just as they
Oh,
clear it,
they got the
and
cart.
Will be able to go ahead and get the cap. Sparkle was the one keeping it contested, and he went up with the meteor strike.
Penguin,
That's where
nice.
The cap comes through. The old tizzy maneuver, as we like to call
Yeah, I'm
it.
expecting 2U to find a new home, I think.
Scat shock
It's
another
about that
minute and a half
time.
into the time bank.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
pretty
but Ocean
massive.
Hog went hard.
On the Orisa now, and the push here is good.
No
They can
dates
push around
announced
the
yet,
corner, and
Noah.
because, Ramatra can
Yaki to Outlaws as a
actually
Tracer specialist?
He becomes a pseudo-DPS,
Seems like a long shot.
just gonna keep rolling. They got a two-man
Yeah, no,
push
this
here
is
for
fun. I'm
this corner.
enjoying it for what it
Adele's
is.
used,
I mean, if we're being
all
honest,
they
if this
had
was a
left
serious game, it might not be that
so,
close, so I don't mind
in terms of
this.
economy, it's very even. San Francisco
Also, the
absolutely
Orisa Spring Breakdown is hilarious.
Again, then now, again, shifting away, goes back over to the DPS, has the Sojourn.
I think Hoxel has like the best shot of finding a team out of all those guys.
As Gio just goes charging
Sanguidar,
forward,
perhaps.
break down these tanks.
Vegas Gamblers, yeah, for real.
Spinning that spear, pushing people forward. They should be able to win out the fight. Yep,
This game's just silly, which means they should play the silly hero Junkrat. It's time.
Fall. So 20 seconds remaining. Vinheim needs to get out of here. He cannot die, and he's going to.
That is really
Rip.
That's a huge stagger. And obviously he's losing.
We don't know what
like,
we're cooking either. I mean, no one does.
But somebody else
Not even the
has
players
touched and
themselves.
hold on to this. It's probably going to be Finn, who's on the Tracer now.
Going through the motions.
I mean, they touched.
His, GPS picks with every little respawn, but drop down. Chio finds Proper. Finn going to be
Oh,
eliminated.
the machine
Sound
gun.
barriers there. The Kitsune rush as well, but I don't think there's going to be anything really to be done here.
Blossom.
As Max is trying to keep things contested, but there's the death
The
block.
Chio Reaper is too good, though.
Managed to find one, but the OT is dwindling. It will go ahead and tick
Bunker
down.
for the
So,
shock, it's
very much
time.
winnable here for the side of the Dallas Fuel. Just need to have a successful push, but all of
Mystery Heroes is coming, I know that.
First corner after the point A cap was brutal for the shock. Didn't do them any favors, and they can't quite make it to the end of Nubani.
I just feel like I want to say Dallas.
I think you made
Fuels
Riz
on that
much.
roster here, they
Nice pickup line.
certainly had a pretty good read on what would be the best comp to play if the.
No, this is the greatest open queue ever.
And
I firmly believe that.
They were like, yep, we swapped to Orisa when we get to the end.
Buff, nerf,
because
delete 3
we need
Overwatch heroes.
We need 2 tanks that can shoot from far.
Nerf
They shoot, like, a little
Sojourn.
bit far, but not really
Buff
from
Genji.
far. And so they're like, oh,
And
swap to Orisa. And San Francisco had to keep
remove.
matching the hero swaps. There towards the final point.
Remove.
I mean, it's hard to analyze this seriously because obviously this is a very unusual scenario with no locked heroes and stuff like that. But props to Dallas.
I'd say probably
Kind of
remove
figuring
Hog
out
or
how
my,
Finn
or I'm gonna
trying
say
the Widowmaker.
Mercy, because I think
definitely cost
support
them a
players
lot.
should learn how to play other supports instead of just locking her in all the time. I think it's dumb that people just lock Sojourn and Mercy and win every game. So yeah, actually Sombra's a good one too, always.
Orisa, rather than running Hog or Doomfist here.
Yeah, I think I'd probably go with Sombra, to be honest. I think that's my winner. I hate Sombra.
First little taste of Jungle Queen.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
tell you, Wolf, you dodged a bullet, not being in the season.
I skipped the Junker Queen.
I think Fusion goes Western.
I
Nah.
watched it, but I didn't have to cast it.
I think all the APAC teams will probably relocate to like Korea or somewhere around there, so the Chinese teams can still play. Chio's on the Junkrat, baby. Let's go. Let's go. He's saying ain't got nothing on the goat. Chio's the goat, baby.
Finds Proper, and him gonna be taken down, and then this is just a cap on point A. So the forward home did absolutely nothing. Max is going to fall for a little bit of an additional stagger on the back end.
The Chi-Rat, let's go. No one suspects the Junkrat on the attack.
Well, it's just really unfortunate for
Finn,
Kisara
oh,
that
see ya.
he on this Kiriko just ran forward right into a Junkrat he didn't know.
I have
was there.
slept. I'm back, Kappa. Welcome back, Thor.
And, that was the end of him, so it was basically a 5v4.
Chio is channeling his inner Jake.
Shield builds only
You love
half
to see it.
of the ultimate hero.
I don't think so, Deuce
So,
Bid.
Reptile's still
It's
a ways
not
away, but it's gonna be
likely.
a massive tool here that they can build early with a massive time bank too.
Yeah.
Looking very good for them at the moment.
That it is. That he's just got. Okay, well, he's gonna die.
Map 6, 1.5. They don't have map 7 times 2. Sick. Violet took all the shock info off his Twitter. Yeah, that happened like a little bit ago.
Minefield gonna be dropped in by Hanbin, just right onto the cart, trying to keep everybody from the shock. Locked away, pushed away from this.
Hey yo, the displacement, the Hanbin ball.
He's under fire. Looks like maybe he managed to TP out of the very last second. Fielder finds him in the end.
True, Llama, true.
Finds that kill. Max can get the counter punish though. Takes him down with a pubble. Now has the ult rolling.
Korean only, definitely not.
Keep this cart right on the corner of the bus.
Gonna spin the wheel. All right, good luck.
But HP bars still quite low. Finn gonna be taken down. Binheim needs to get back into here swiftly.
Oh yeah, this is their confirmed roster so far. Sneaky.
Nice angle to use on too. Probably just wants to hold it right now with the control they have. It's not even necessary. We'll probably use it for the contest.
Yeah, Vindame's on shock now.
That can really assassinate this.
Yo, the Chio. Oh, the Chio Riptire. Here it comes. Easy. Let's go.
Support's now taken out. Isang not quite Johnny on the spot with that Suzu. Could have saved their lives, but maybe he was on CD. Either way, they end up falling, and this is a steamroll right now for the Dallas Fuel.
Yep, just running it back. It's just like the first map, except this time it's Dallas who are absolutely controlling. Big need
look at
here,
this,
rather heal deny.
Finn pops.
All right, Tay. Sounds good. Glad to see you again as always, dude. Enjoy your sleep.
The Fuel don't care that he uses that. They're like, sure.
Yeah, it's a silly hero.
So 5 minutes 20 seconds.
Chio's a silly man.
20 more meters or so. Max is going to swap over to the Soldier 76. Try to see if he can break down some of these tanks. Sparkle, however, is going to find a key.
The Max Soldier 76.
From Fielder, and Max is getting hounded down, and he just can't.
Hey, yo, Tay, thank you for the 27, my man. Have a good sleep.
Like, no, it's not.
Wow, Dallas rolled.
That's what it is.
Big goose.
And pick up a win. So they get absolutely clobbered on our first map of Esperanza, but as we go into Nimbani, they managed to take the win, so that's going to tie things up at 1-1, which means that this is not going to be any 4 Overwatch here today.
Is Junebin on the shock? Not yet.
Definitely.
He could be, but right now, no.
Potentially here. Second map was vastly more entertaining.
Link connecting. Posh Champ.
I did enjoy the weird stuff that we just saw. The new iteration of GOATs with unlocked heroes, and then Finn playing Widowmaker. The Junkrat was the MVP though. Chio's just like.
Thank you again. I appreciate it, Tay.
GNATPGN chat. Go on top.
3 on top.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure what was happening, but hey, we're back.
Yeah, Thor. After the normal game, lost the random role swap stuff. It's true.
That's all right.
Oh, back to the car insurance salesman.
Just trying to do it without looking. But yeah, so 2 maps down. I don't remember which mode we have coming up next, though. Off the top of my head, I think I have it written down. Looks like, this is going to be Oasis with our
Ramatra. Ramatra coming up.
Coming through, so we'll get to see Hanbin as well as Max playing the Ramatra. And probably some more normal.
Kind of crazy how much better Overwatch players have gotten. I mean, yeah, it's insane. That's what happens as the game evolves, though, you know? It's natural.
It's pretty back and forth, you know?
But you have to appreciate the people who, you know, the predecessors as well. That's one thing that makes me mad. Some people don't respect the greats, you know, the people who paved the way.
That's the one where he gets
always respect how it started and how we got to this point. Don't compare, just enjoy it for what it is. Y'all think Super Diff's Kaluch? At this point, definitely not. It's true, Bob, it's true.
Well, this ult is just gonna last for a year.
Time for her to actually sleep. I'm stalling, help me. Alright, Thor, good night, man. Have a good sleep. Do you think any East team will be a contender? I'd say most likely no, but on the chance that like the Spark get leave and then maybe upgrade their support line a little, they could be good. Fusion could be good too, I guess, possibly, depending on what they do. 2018 London and alexyOWL versus 22 Dallas and Shock, who wins all in their peak. I mean, you probably have to go with the Shock and Dallas. How'd you say an old era OWL team will hold up against a modern day team? I mean, it's a different game now, so they're likely not going to hold up that well. I mean, some teams might, but not all of them. Top 3 worst teams this season. I mean, Eternal and NYXL are like a lock for bottom 2. That's for sure. But the third, I mean, you can, could say Vancouver, you could say probably Vancouver, no, yeah, I'd say Vancouver. Vancouver, NYXL Eternal. Valiant really somewhat competitive, so. Also, where'd the sound go? Hello? Valiant are a shout too, I suppose. I thought they were pretty competitive. No moves from NYXL. Nothing. True, Mason, true. Vancouver Uprising, yeah. I want to see a rhyme match between Bumper and Hottie. That would be fun. Do I have any preds under the NYXL sign? I do not. I've heard nothing. I don't know what their plan is. They've been extremely quiet. I'm going to say they probably go Western. I feel like Western Contenders is like a shout. It's a strong possibility, but you never know. Maybe they'll change their minds. Best stage final in OWL history. It's hard to go wrong with the Shanghai versus Shock one, or the Spitfire versus NYXL. Or the Shock versus Titans and Goats. Yaki to Soul. I mean, it depends on how much money Yaki wants, because Soul I don't think are going to spend much. Proper's good at everything. He's just a god. Shanghai versus Soul Reverse Sweep, of course. That's a good one as well. Fusion versus Eternal. Yeah, there's so many good ones, man. Holy moly. There's so many. We had a lot of good stage finals. Like, I'm literally forgetting about some of them because there's so many good ones. Yeah, Fusion versus Eternal is definitely the best one ever, at least in my opinion. That game was insane. The totally intense and close Hangzhou versus Shanghai Countdown Cup, yeah. Favorite OWL moment? For me, it's always going to be Prophet in the 2018 finals against the Fusion on Volskaya on Hanzo, the lone sniper moment. It gives me chills, dude. Oh my god. Uber's casting there is just a masterpiece. And like you're like losing your mind because there's so much going on your screen, and then Uber's freaking out too. It's such a good moment, man. The worst player? It's hard to single out one guy. It's a team game. It's not always easy. Finally, good to see Decay giving his back a break. Yeah, true. All Grand Finals champions play each other. Who wins? Oh, Lord. 5 a.m. is my limit. Good night. Well, good night. Thank you for coming to the stream. I feel like one of the Shock teams would probably come on top. Like, I feel like it'd be 2020 Shock. Just for the simple fact that Shock were not to be denied back then, I feel like. At their best. When they're playing at their best, I think Shock are just the most, like, solid, well executed. Although, I mean, literally, a lot of the champions are really, really good. For obvious reasons. 2021 was the most obvious winner. This is true. 2021 Dragons were extremely dominant. I think it's fair to give it to, like, Dragons or Shock. Boston or Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta by a slight margin, but, like, it's so hard because Boston... Okay, so Boston have a really good backline and tank, but, you know, there's maybe some questions about their DPS, but then Atlanta have arguably the best hit scan and maybe the best support line in the game. But then you're maybe a little worried about Hawk and the Stalker. Like, it's a really tough matchup to gauge. I like that Lip Geo Fielder combo, though. I like it a lot. I mean, they are getting slightly better, the Titans. Fate Ball in 2021 was goated. Yeah, Shock ain't fair, as usual. Yeah, it's true, Arcane. I mean, it was the wake-up call they needed to become that dominant team. By losing that game to Atlanta, they came to their senses, I suppose. It humbled them. It was a humbling experience. APAC gotta make some moves or it's not gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, that's true. But they might not have much of a choice. Hawk as a tank is a little concerning, yeah. Favorite OWL player easily, Punk and Smurf. Good choices. Fearless on Hog. That was hilarious. How's it looking? It's tied at 1. And next we're moving to a Ramatra only control round.
See how Andy is absorbed in his game? As Andy defends his own little world, ESET defends his...
Is this a bot? Or is this...
computer viruses. With gamer mode on, ESET...
Let's see. Maybe not.
silently in the background without slow...
I've thought about making contenders content.
ESET can even identify previously unknown...
No, just because contenders isn't very popular and I feel like it wouldn't do well.
protection for gamers. ESET
Plus, I don't have a lot of time to watch it. What would be your dream organization team for a team? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Favorite player this season? Hanbin for me. They are on the reign. This is just a show match, you know. They are indeed on the reign now. The Fuel aren't using their new roster. This is just whatever to get them by.
For anybody who's like, why are they not playing a real 5v5? This is the chat. This is my chat voice. This is what chat sounds like to me in my head. Why are they not?
This is what chat sounds like to Achilles. You hear that? How do you feel, chat? How does that make you feel? Does Haman have a confirmed team yet? No.
When they say run back, they mean it's like the grand finals, but with a twist.
But with a twist.
With a twist.
Oh, Dream. Oh, like organization. Dream coaches, GM. I want Pre and Krusty.
You should be having if you're not having fun.
Give me Jake as an assistant coach.
I recall the finals went the distance all the way to the final map.
It did.
And so maybe we'll run it back 1-1-1-1.
Didn't have to call me out for it.
3-3 is that final 7th game decider.
If someone's 2020, who is the GOAT? Prophet for best player with 2 titles or Smurf with 3 titles? For me, it's Prophet just because of his clutch gene, personally. No Coach Moon? Nope. I'm biased. I don't like Coach Moon because of what he did to my Valiant back in the day and some of his decision making, so I could never have Coach Moon as my dream coach. I'll never look at him in the same way ever again after benching Custa for Kuki on main support. I'll never do it.
The other stipulation is, of course, that it's like
And putting Kareev on DPS and Zarya.
It's just that Ramatra has
I'll never forgive him, chat. I never will. He's a good coach, but I'll never do it. I'm still salty after all these years. Because I think he screwed us up and prevented us from at least going to the play-ins. I think it's all his fault.
I mean, if anybody was watching Nambani and they found that hard to watch, that's why we have Rollock.
Man said Custa was too smart to be in the starting lineup. Tell me how that makes sense. To be fair, Kree played okay on DPS, but he wanted to play support. That's the problem. It would be different if he wanted to play DPS, but he constantly said he wanted to play support.
That was the thing. Oh, you're trying to cap B on
An exhibition boxing match. I'm taking him out round 2. What off tank does Houston go for? I don't really. I think it'd be cool if they got Piggy again.
Which was what Ryan Hog.
Also, Kareev Zarya was not good. It was very easily telegraphed with grabs. Too easy to eat them. Favorite GM, I'll tell you, mine isn't Nugget for ruining NYXL.
Having the Rollock, it avoids having those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he that he learned from his mistakes, but he should have learned from his mistakes on my team, man. Thoughts on last shot of Glads? I don't mind it. I mean, he's never going to be an upgrade compared to Shu, but he doesn't have to be Shu. He just has to be him. Maybe a different style will work for the Glads. You never know. Favorite team to root for in each AL season? Well, the first 3 was Valiant, because I was a Valiant fan for the first 3. After that, season 4, my favorite team to root for was probably
Legends battle just last week. So
I'd say
we saw Faro Mercy, we saw Standard Reaper.
I thought no, probably Dallas. I'd say season 4. I liked watching Dallas.
With the Ramatra, but it can still work obviously and can be very.
And then last year, I loved Soul.
Really, just anything goes. My expectation is it'll probably be a Reaper comp of some kind for both teams. Love to see May Reaper, bring it back a little bit, and
Could do.
And May Reaper Ramatra sounds pretty busted.
Jake can sub in a Junkrat meta.
Oasis less so, because of the verticality of the map and stuff like that, but you never know.
I think unbiased, Krusty Moon, Rush, Junk Buck, Hunter, maybe top. Oh yeah, Hunter's an amazing coach, man. I want to see him be a head coach someday.
See what they're going to be doing around that, but we're
Early Dark Horse contender. We don't know enough teams to make that kind of prediction.
as far as the sports are concerned, but we don't have to wait too
Yeah,
much
maybe
longer,
Jeremy.
As we will go ahead and remind you guys as far as the map set and the rules. So after this one, as we are guaranteed at least 5 maps, we'll have Mystery Heroes, and then we'll
Oh, Mystery Heroes map 4 chat. Let's go.
which we believe that the only ban is Sojourn.
I miss Jake's casting as well. He was good.
At all. And given that it's Dorado, I'm going to be hopeful that we get some more like Widowmaker. We saw
He does have some gaps, Hitman.
so maybe some.
He's more so noticed with like the off-tank stuff, I believe.
I'd love to see
coming
that.
out there. So we'll have to just wait and see what they.
I think like his Winston, for example, could use work. He's not perfect, but he could learn because he has a lot of potential.
We're still on the Ramatra control, and
What do you think is going to happen to Jake on the Outlaws since the Outlaws posted the video teaser? I think he'll be fine. What do you think of Vindame on the Shock? I think it's a fantastic pickup, personally.
and they both seem to be
Vindame not only is a solid young player, but he also has synergy with the people on this team already, so it works.
Everyone's practicing it right and learning it, so I was not disappointed. So I think this will be a good
Bacon Jack.
in terms of the tank matchup. A little bit of turbo
Safe spot for XQC main tank.
little flash.
Where will Dante go? That's a great question.
Surely not. But this, I mean, this will be intriguing to see. Is who does end up running the Sojourn on the side of the Shock? Is it going to be?
I don't think Jake would leave completely. I think he enjoys what he's doing a
That's a
lot.
good question. In fact,
Right now, he's
Yeah, Vindame also does play a Nasty Zen. This is facts.
I might be like Proper's actually.
So he can still play double flex support. Won't be as good as like Violet Finn, but Vindame Finn's still pretty gross.
He just starts jumping off the side of the map. And
Yo, Proper on the Torb though?
Melee him on the way over.
Okay, so Shocker like almost playing something normal.
just fully to try.
And then Dallas, I don't know what the heck they're doing over there with the Brig.
Maybe Sparkle to be coming out of here on a Genji.
Proper is currently repairing his turret.
He's got it locked in,
Okay.
So I'm excited. Team's going to be clashing now here on the high ground as the pummel comes out. Max is just
The gimmick this match is Ramatra only.
Going to be used by Fielder.
I mean, it's a
we
really
do have
nice.
a big difference there in the supports. Actually, just noticed.
Yeah, it's going to be the
Exactly.
Of course, for Geo and the Ana, and the angle.
I think Dante to Glads also makes a lot of sense. Hanbin, okay, I see you.
Yes, yeah, it is, but he's going to fall. Max is going to be taken out as well, and we'll see if that's going to be an immediate swap coming through here for the side of the
Oh.
Shock, as Heesung is only able to get a single
Alright.
kill. Nice quick shot from Fielder. Takes down Van Haim before.
So,
he
how's that Torb going?
Proper is still going to be running this, so seems like he thinks maybe this can still deal and kind of harass out the Tracer a little bit on the flanking angle. Just make sure you have
5 Ramatras on each team.
Keep rolling with it.
He's building up a decent amount of ult charge at range here too, so he will have the ult to recontest potentially here at sub 50 if he can keep hitting it up. As soon as I say that, he is unable to get any more, but that's the idea, right, with this comp, because getting in position for a turret is so difficult.
There's the Nano. Oh, Hanbin, pop off King.
Juiced up, got the pummel at the ready, and I mean, Proper just doesn't stand a chance. What the hell are you supposed to do here? You got the melee
Well-
punches coming through, you got the ult rolling, so Hanbin's just going to go ahead and work down everybody.
Too
as the
easy.
kills come through from the ult, and now he'll go back over to being a shepherd, I guess.
Same Penguin. Hanbin's goaded.
Yep.
Just
He just
herding the
wards
players
the
to
sheep,
victory.
yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. Does he look left? Okay. Well, he just, like didn't even acknowledge Finn's existence there.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm not interested. Yeah, you know Finn can just...
All right, Proper. It's your time to shine. You have the Molten Core.
Tourbillon ult ready. Time for Molten Core contest.
Yep, Molten Core going to be dropped in. Proper nearly taken out.
I mean, it bought a lot of space. It's tactically used.
Of course, on the live patch, so that it doesn't slow anymore. Still does
Ooh.
a decent amount of damage, though. Heesung now going to be popping his
Ooh.
ult as well. Quickly finds 2 kills. Hanman getting headshot. Gets taken
Dang!
down. And,
He's got some nice snap with his aim.
As well, so nice little turnaround here from the side of the Shock.
And San Francisco Shock fans, welcome to Heesung.
Yep.
Your new DPS player.
Heesung? Why do I always think it was Heesang? Heesung?
Yeah, Tourbillon ult to kind of disrupt the positioning a little bit, and Gurio almost takes Proper out, right? But he survives a little bit.
Yeah,
longer.
Ramatra definitely is a
Heesung,
Hanbin take.
overclock,
Sparkle and the
that's all you
Echo.
need. It's done. It's
Interesting
over. Now
choice.
Sparkle's swapping to Echo.
That he is. Let's see how this fares. I mean, I like the beam to be able to really take down if you can whittle away at Max in that front line. The beam to really just be able to get that execute finish.
Yeah.
Don't mind it at all. And of course, you can have 2 Ramatras.
Dante Mayhem? He's saying again, wow.
No to the Echo, takes down Sparkle, but Max now going to be falling. Kill coming
Hey, yo,
through,
Gurio, though?
Involved. Might not be with the overclock, but just the neutral fighting comes in, finds some nice shots. Finn, with 1 headshot, will get an elimination, but now he's got nowhere to go. And it's going to be a fairly fast flip.
Who'd be playing Soch for Shock? I mean, it might just depend on the situation. Seems like they could both play. I would put Proper on it personally, but you never know.
It's really rough here for San Francisco.
Prophet and Edison duo thoughts? I think it makes sense.
So much more
I like it. I dig it.
Sound barrier to pair, whereas Fuel have rally armor on top of that. Plus they'll have the overclock, and Sparkle should be able to copy.
True, Justin. You're not wrong.
So looking like a done deal for Fuel as long as they could stick the landing here.
Proper, he gets emptied out. Chio moves over. They find the elimination.
Not really Rorima. He struggled greatly for Dallas last year. Well, this year, technically, you know what I mean, 2022.
Will end up just getting picked off, and it's going to be 100 to 47% on the first round.
Okay, so Shock memed to the maximum.
Pretty easy defense there with the ult advantages they had. I really did like the
Say do.
damage on the beam for Sparkle to add that extra damage.
Yeah, I'd assume so too, Mason. Super comes back as a Genji specialist. I don't know about that. I mean, based off of potential, yeah, Max is insane.
Shock tried to use the Tourbillon on the start, but then it felt a little bit forced.
I also hope Doha finds a new team. He's a solid player.
Trying to basically big up Heesung. He's like, yeah, like no one will even notice me if I play Tourbillon. It's gonna be all about Heesung. But now they're gonna play the real DPS. They're gonna use a Symmetra for the warp.
Okay, so Proper's on the Soj now. They're not messing around, and they're also matching the Brig. Interestingly enough, they're matching them on Brigana.
Here on the Sojourn, and cemented himself as, I'd say, the second best that we had in the league last year.
I think Shock would prefer this, to be honest.
And Proper himself
because, like, Finn is not, like, a horrible player or anything, but, like, Ana is definitely something that's more in his comfort than Kiriko.
Nice little dodging there from Finn. Not quite going to be clipped here by Sparkle, so does manage to stay alive. Sparkle going to take to the skies.
I think Titans become a team to look out for. Like, current Detroit Lions of Owl. That's not a bad comparison at all. That's a trade.
Taken down, but it's going to be blow for blow.
Wow, nice fielder.
Lobs in that Bionade, manages to find Proper. Now Chio going to be eliminated.
Dallas signing J3. Yeah, it's about time, I think.
Wants to be able to join in the fight a little bit faster, and also says, well, the Echo not quite going to be cutting it here.
Hunter's the best coach now. He's the OWL equivalent.
So go ahead and swap away. First lockdown to the point. This time going to go the way of the Shock as Hanbin dies in the back end. Fielder as well. Now,
yeah, it's a fill-in roster, Ethan.
With the recall, will be able to keep himself safe and alive.
I think Super just enjoys his stream life.
The Ana buff and the Sojourn nerf didn't really make a huge impact on that second day, but here you can, I think, really feel that extra.
I really hope the theory of MCD to Dallas isn't true. I don't want that.
It's very punishing right now, and Proper did get knocked out there. Will, of course, survive and hold the point, though. Sparkle swapping over now to the Reaper, but it's a long uphill battle in terms of ult economy here.
Yeah.
Doesn't have anything to chain with that right now.
How would they do? Not good, Jeremy. I don't think they do very good.
Like, it's going to be rough to get value out of this Reaper unless.
I mean, they'd be okay. I mean, it would be bad, but they're not going to be out of this world.
Does not have the overclock to go with it. Sleep on a Max.
Their DPS line's kind of sick.
Annihilation starts coming through, so they put him down in the dirt for a little bit longer there.
Void also, I mean, couldn't play because he's retired. So Changsik would be their tank. I'm doing great.
The flip should be coming through here. delay tactics.
I'm sure Dallas's roster will come soon enough. Yeah, but I believe Unique denied the rumors, interestingly enough, of him going to Dallas.
Commit the Annihilation, though, which I think is going to really come back to bite them potentially, because the target selection was so good for Fuel that Max couldn't delay that much with it. Heesong doing a little bit there at the end. But now Dallas Fuel actually kind of turned the tables a little bit in terms of that ult economy. They've got their own rally online here. They have
where was this Griot all year?
Soon to have Death Blossom.
Well, the stakes aren't high, so now's his time to shine, I guess.
Could be a total flip, and it could be a 2-0 here on.
Think Shock's new roster is better than the past season? In my opinion, probably yes.
Be taken down. They cancel that one out. No Sparkle. On a Sparkle. Proper finds both kills.
Oh.
Looks for a little bit more. Gets the headshot. Gets the
yeah,
shot.
Proper's doing proper things. That's a 5K. Casual proper moment, you know, no big deal. Like, it doesn't even make me freak out anymore, because it literally happens all the time. After what I saw in the playoffs last year, none of it comes to a shock anymore.
It's all about me. And knocking Sparkle out of that fight with the
I sure hope so, Keon. I don't want Dallas to be bad.
Death Blossom, they can delay and potentially turn that fight. But now he has to approach the point with Death Blossom. A much more
yeah, true, Hitman. I'm sure more stuff will come soon enough. You know, giving everyone a break. Holidays.
We'll also have that defensive annihilation here in this fight.
The weirdest player news to hear.
About to be online here by Fielder. We'll see who receives that as the pulse bomb. He's not going to find the
well,
kill.
you know, I'd say Striker to Boston a third time, but it already happened.
Anti goes down with the Geo for the time being. Ult pop by Max. Geo going to end up getting picked off. Heesung gets around the back eventually.
Yo, the nano blossom.
Does manage to find two. Looks for a little bit more. The recall going to be forced out as Heesung tries to stay alive, but Finn is left out the dry here on the point. Ends up getting dropped. Max has got nowhere to go. He's antied. And the flip will come through, so we're not done quite just yet, but still a very long hold necessary for the side of the field if they want to be able to win this and take it as a 2-0.
I'm done coping, say. Oh my god.
Has been in this second round here. As Sparkle with the nano boost barely gets in position, grabs that double.
The best backline Fuel could pull off.
To try to win the map or outright, or rather win the round outright, but fails to get
I mean, like,
the completion there.
It'd be funny if they got Cho wrong Twilight. Yeah, Sparkle is a gamer. Griot, can he do anything with the overclock? Nope.
Shots
nope, that's a big no.
Ooh, just gets stepped on. Max goes charging forward with the pummel at the ready, finds the elimination.
All right, round 3.
Yeah, not necessary. Don't need them. I mean, the nano was thrown in there at some point by Finn, but they will go ahead and clean this up. So City Center going the way of the Shock.
Justice or another team, that'd be silly. Most interesting meta. I've always been a big fan of like the old school dive from like season 1 with like the Winston Diva, Tracer, Genji.
Nemesis form, Max just steps on, as you say, the enemy Sojourn, and
Zen.
That's kind of
it's always fun.
Right then and there. And even with Hanbin's defensive annihilation, they just don't have the damage anymore. And Annihilation is not a end-all, be-all ultimate. When your team is falling apart around you, you need a lot of tools to make sure that you can keep the Ramatra alive. There's extra damage there, and he just ends up basically holding the point inevitably forever while the rest of your team does things, and the rest of the team has this handicap.
I have not noodle sticks.
You lose one of your DPSs early on the fight.
No Violet in this matchup. The Shock have not announced him on their roster as of yet.
Running back the Tracer Sojourn here
the 5 that you see is who they have announced so far.
Been him taking a little bit of time to try to figure out exactly what he wanted to run. Did settle on the Brigada.
So again, the main difference is Sparkle's going to be on the Reaper.
He was hovering for a little bit of time, and
he's saying we'll run the Tracer.
On the Fuel side of the map. Shots coming across.
Yeah, the Widow was hella fun too. I think the Shock need to pick up a Violet replacement. I don't mind Vindame in a double flex support, to be honest with you.
Distance now, and Guriot going to be picked off on the flank. Heesung with a nice opening. Now looks to get Fielder as well. Forces him back.
Most fun comp to watch. Again, I like Dive. And I've seen it. But like, instead of playing a Mercy, it'd be fun if it was like a Ana.
Dallas Fuel has, because they're running this Reaper that could just be poked at by the Ramatra that Max is running.
Is Sparkle still top Tracer now? I mean, maybe not as much anymore, but he's still good. That's also true, Arcane. Funny about Dallas and St. Frey lost most of their players from last season. It's a weird way to say goats. Yeah, no, not my favorite comp. The thing with goats is it's only fun when good teams play. If you see a good and a bad team play, it's awful.
Does end up popping
It was like the teams with no coordination just make GOATs so terrible. At least like if you're like poorly coordinated in a different meta, like with DPS, like you can have individual pop-offs at least. But in GOATs, it's all about teamwork. So if your teamwork sucks, you're just terrible to watch.
So it's going to be a decent little pickup for them.
Hackfist dive, yeah, that's a good one.
48% in the bank here for the Shock.
Annoying Rematch spam here in the choke. Barrier
Yeah, true. 2019 Justice versus Mayhem, that's like a prime example. It's so awful.
Only having to deal with the flexing or flanking rather.
What flex supports can Vindame play? He's a really good Zen. Well, not really good, but a very serviceable Zen. He can pop off.
Go ahead and take out, so they will just go ahead and focus fire him. They find the kill. Hanbin is just trying to take down Max, but there's so much heal being pumped into him right now, and Hanbin's gonna eventually get taken down.
Pulse bomb whiff.
Pulse bomb of his own. Fielder and Shio now under fire, stuck in a bad spot. Will end up getting taken
May
down.
goats.
The Shock should be able to just go ahead and regain control once more.
Sideshow casting. I miss sideshow casting. I'd gladly sacrifice the worst team to the void for sideshow.
Comes back through, and Shock will go ahead, grab this point for themselves. I mean, look at the ults.
Fielder is just looking for proper, man. He's got a grudge or something. Gets that sleep, takes him out. So a little bit of a stagger here, but even still, San Francisco.
Favorite tank duo, Fate and Void. Favorite DPS.
Online. And it's
Agility soon. Favorite support.
You know, on the side here, trying to duel with them to keep.
Favorite support. Who's my favorite support combo?
Annihilation rolling from Max. Pulse bomb stick comes through. Not going to be able to find the kill, however.
Favorite support duo.
Isang is lurking around with Vendame here, trying to spot the flank.
Mega pack. Going to take him out. Proper now, though. Opens up with the overclock. It's a headshot across. Hanbin falling low, and Shot will go ahead and finish him off.
Violet Moth, I'm a pretty big fan of.
But things still look very good for the side of the San Francisco Shock. They clean up Sparkle. That's the delay tactic.
It's my hot take. Also, Jaehong Toby's a classic. Shock going up 2-1. Shoe Skewed is awesome. My hot take of the offseason, Vindame breaks out on this roster to become a top 5 flex support. Well, Vindame's a main support.
Like, okay, they're going for proper. The biggest problem is Sparkle. Now he swapped over the Tracer. Let's just isolate him and kill him. And with the defender's advantage on the point itself,
FD God Fielder, yeah, it's a classic. I also miss Moth quite a bit.
When he is forced to recall, they just come right back up to the point and win that war of attrition there. San Francisco Shock as a...
How good was Choi? As in Choi Hyobin? For me, he's the greatest tank ever.
The coordination is really starting to come through. I mean,
I'm in a pickle. I can either go to Boston, my least favorite team, to follow my favorite player Birdring, or I can follow my favorite support Chio to Rain. Could support both of them.
Yeah. Very nicely done. I mean, it was, you know, Fuel they kind of established, like, okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think Vindame could be top 5 main support for sure.
They were able to fix that.
Chance to make League One conference or many conferences like NFL. Probably not.
Ready to go into mystery heroes. So God.
Alarm Funny Astro is always a classic. This is Shock's new roster, correct?
Could be if you go to eset.com.
Good segue.
And
very good segue.
Get your computer protected from all the evil viruses trying to take it over.
Favorite player of every role.
I sound like the grandpa. Like, you make sure
Agility's flex support. Carpe hit scan. Korea flex support. Moth main support. Choi off tank. Main tank probably super.
Like that from like all the World Cup stuff. And you know, I think we're on pace. We're doing a good job with these ESET plugs. So hopefully they're happy and they don't hate the way that we're handling this.
Casting duo Uber Mr. X.
It's too late.
I also really do like Avril and Achilleos though.
We'll carry on as
an old BK Star match. Yeah, Alarm used to be a tank. Hey Cynthia, good to see you. Who's the most overrated player in the Overwatch League to you?
I assume this will be just
I don't have an answer for you. I really don't know.
Mystery heroes where when you die you will respawn with a random hero of any role. I assume that is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest mystery heroes player.
Well, Fletta's out of the league now.
If that does happen,
at least that's what the rumor is. Decay's pretty overrated, I guess, yeah.
Get that ultimate, or if you're a support, get that ultimate. Or if you're like, oh, this comp sucks, like, die as soon as possible and hope you roll a better one.
Yeah.
The map will be, again, another control. It's going to be Busan, so I think that's probably the best map type to do for
I guess Decay's slightly
Like,
overrated,
can you
yeah.
imagine, like,
But you know what's funny? Because I'm hearing a lot of people say he's overrated these days, and there's not as much praise for him.
Like, Mystery Heroes on push.
Yeah, or
It's
like,
like, oh,
What rookie am I most excited to see play? He's saying.
Rialto, like that old escort map where you're just running like Mystery Heroes, it just goes forever. And
Another one
nobody
we
knows what's
haven't-
going on.
Does Assassin still play? I mean, yes.
In a while. But Dallas, Burn Blue.
Any retired player in their prime, who would you choose? Carpe.
Sparkle as well. And I
Kiwi Leg Day, yeah, I'm a big Leg Day fan. He's the homie. Yeah, I honestly think Decay's well rated at this point as well, for the simple fact that there's a lot of hate and love for him now.
are so happy with
Creative is pretty overrated in my opinion as well.
finish ever, obviously, as champions.
I also hope Carpe pops off in Val.
Saying that things didn't quite shake out the way people expected, or there were moments, even in the first few seasons of
He sings
Overwatch,
like a flex.
people were worried about the roster, then there was this moment where like everyone was like, yes, 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 and then they just kind of disappointed at the end. You know, they call it the cycle of misery, right? But it actually had the happy ending this time, and I
Jake
Dallas fans
CP,
are
yeah, pretty classic.
apprehensive about what the roster will look like.
Prediction
next
for the
year.
best team? I'm going with Shock,
Players leaving,
personally.
but I think
My
the
way too
Orcs
early
got
prediction is
good
Shock.
Shoulders and rush, and I have hope that we'll
Blastro's
have a
the
great
third player ever to play on both LA teams. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. The fact that 3 have done that. That's weird.
roster. Nah, Shock is always like the worst.
Silk
Shock
Thread
is, like,
Space
so-
Lastro, I'm assuming.
Well, TI.
I don't know why.
Proper can play
There were a lot of-
everything.
there were a lot of things before I learned Korean or how to read Korean that I was confused.
It'd
by
be cool to
when
see
Last Round was
Profit
playing.
on like Boston
Orp instead of Oop.
or Atlanta, maybe, or Dallas.
Oh, I'm right there because some people say Sesu, some of them say.
Vice Junbin not getting picked up. He hasn't gotten picked up yet.
Sound, it's not
I'm sure
something
he'll
that's,
get signed.
Common in Korean as it turns out.
Yeah,
So
we
my
don't
name
have
causes some struggles. I like to say mine is Sesu, which is like to wash your face. I
Decay and the Hog Zarya, man, it was
That's
really
just their
good.
name.
The Michael Jordan treatment, yeah, that's
Keep
true.
That skin clean.
Profit the charge. If they don't get Choice A1 bag, I could totally see
Got
it.
some of my bag after this.
Watch point desk.
Got the hookup, you won't
I always love
any,
watching Reinforce.
Nasty skin when you get home.
Why did Vegas
Then you
relocate?
gotta do the Seisu as
Just
well, right? Yes.
organizational
Do it
thing.
twice. Cleansing oil, put the foam on.
Oh, I don't even have any choice. If I come home from a broadcast,
Just bring out the Widow meta at least for once. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I already wiped it at the studio. She's like, wash
What do you think they did with Violet? He might have retired.
Yeah, you just get into the habit. Don't want to get into
He's
trouble.
not Crusher.
And then of course she's like, well now it's.
They're
time
playing
to
Fielder
moisturize.
Chio for this matchup.
7 different creams and lotions. I'm like, how do you? Do
I'd like to
that?
see Kilo get another chance somewhere. Oh, it's
we have a
Aid.
sub?
Wait, what?
My man MCD.
I didn't even know.
Oh, wait,
that we were
MCD
doing
is in.
subs today,
Oh.
but wait, we got one.
Well,
Killed this guy.
never mind.
I knew he was here, but I didn't know he would be playing.
Wait, why is he wearing an Aid jersey?
Oh man, my favorite Rocks Orcas player.
And Bliss.
We
Huh?
got Bliss stepping in as well.
Yeah. All
A
right.
double
Wait.
sub.
I was like, I knew that MCD was here, but I did not know that Bliss was here at all.
Okay.
So that's a bit of a surprise for me.
I was just saying MCD isn't around, and then he comes, and here he is.
Substitutions come
That's hilarious.
There, or is Sparkle just using the bathroom? Looks like it was.
I was just saying, oh, Fielder and Chio were playing, and now here's MCD, lol.
It's all good. It's all good.
And Bliss is in, though. Huh.
Sparkle actually calls the shots right now. He's like, well, Rush is on holiday, so you guys need to do subs. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. We're not supposed to have a break.
I am curious if, like, I assume Krusty's here. I'm just curious if he's actually doing any coaching.
Yeah.
Bliss, main support from O2
I
Blast.
wonder. I didn't see him, but that doesn't mean he's not here. He might be, but he also might just be like, I don't want to coach this because I want this to be fun.
Will the Outlaws be
Just kinda
contenders with
segment
Shoe
of all the
Happy,
players.
Pelican, and Fearless? They very well could be.
Be too serious. But
It's looking like it, I guess, Crusher?
together for mystery heroes.
Maybe Penguin.
What's he gonna cook up this time?
It's like, actually, you can't see Krusty because he's under
Yeah, the
table,
rumor
like,
is MCD's going to
sees
Dallas.
to actually mess with the algorithm in the client so that like it just keeps spawning them with Sojourn Tracer. Like,
Technically,
Kiriko,
Don't know how
Lucio.
it's happening.
Rush,
What's happening?
their head coach is, he can choose to go where he
I'm doing this
wants.
again. Like, I thought it was Mystery Heroes.
Why do I keep?
I think he's like on the team, but can look at his options.
Always getting like supports and whatnot.
It's just 6 mercies. It's like, wait, that's really the chances of that. Like somebody's calculating like what were the chances of like only spawning mercy. I actually think you can't spawn the same hero twice in Mystery Heroes either. I don't think that's.
I don't think you can do it back to back.
I
think it stops you from being able to do that. But you can loop back around at some point if you're just dying consistently.
Mystery players and mystery heroes, lol.
Mystery heroes in the last couple of weeks while I was trying to fix my PC issues. It's like, okay, well, I need to play a game of Overwatch to see if my my graphics card continues to crash, and it did. And then that's also how I found out that you can get punished from getting by getting disconnected out of arcade and quick play games.
Well, if you had ESET on your PC, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
Violet Smurf and Architecture, they're epic.
Stops my RAM sticks from screwing up, but if it
Which person or organization decides which player gets an offer? I think it's management and maybe, yeah, I'd say management probably. Need to see these professional players playing total mayhem, yeah, if only.
Yeah, exactly.
But for your computer.
Lock your door.
Rusty's the Sean McVay of L.
PC. That's the.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But Pumpin at least stays with Dallas. Yeah, if only. We'll see. Rascal and Repel are commentating. Yep.
We love you guys. Thank you for sponsoring this event.
Yes, seriously.
I'm sorry we're teasing this a lot, but we do want to make sure that people check it out because this event would not be possible without you.
Well, there is a sign for Krusty. So maybe he is here.
Yeah, I like. It would be weird if he wasn't, right? Because
a hog pick.
In the San Francisco Shock since the beginning, really, since the early days.
What a leg day, just straight up roast MCD.
After the very beginning. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do with this roster too, because Proper and Heesong are a DPS duo that I think are not.
Oh, what a way to announce the re-signing of Aid. Oh, that's funny. Because we're in an Aid jersey, I get it. Nice.
And Max, I think it will probably need some tuning in this role, unless they sign a second tank or something like that. But it'll be a fun year for San Francisco Shock fans. I think very competitive roster. Though we don't know that much about what the Overwatch League sphere is looking like right now, but if rosters fully revealed, #1 team so far.
Yeah.
Best NA/EU players versus best Korean team who wins. Korea, definitely, in my opinion.
So if you guys do type Winton in the chat, you get that's how these.
Why did Choi Hyobin retire? I think military service.
We don't fully understand.
It's funny how like when exclamation mark token doesn't actually work, everyone spams it, but when like typing Winton in the chat supposedly actually works, people just don't do it. It's crazy, man.
It's a very blurred line between irony and then like seriously typing.
Oh, great, Winton.
Trying to get tokens and whatnot.
Yeah, I find myself.
And I don't understand either side. Really.
I find myself wondering.
The joke is dated.
Yeah, I find myself wondering when I see.
Oh, is he not in the military? Yeah, I don't keep up exactly. Maybe he didn't want to play anymore. I don't really know.
Doing it ironically, and how many percentage actually thinks it might get.
I think Choi kept it kind of private, didn't he?
It's just one of the great questions that keeps me up at night.
It's difficult to really nail down a figure on that one.
We'll see what the Outlaws have cooked up or have in store for us, I should say. We'll see what they're cooking.
Course, you mentioned Winton, so I'm sure the chat's going to be going absolutely crazy over that at the moment. I'm not even sure where this one came from. It just kind of popped up one day.
Yeah.
It's just like a thing that appeared.
I usually don't
now
watch.
Everyone's saying that. I mean, we have the Winton Leap, Winton Zap, Winton Alt, Winton Nap one as well, which was a nice little.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Hi, Connor.
A good little copy pasta. I like that little rhyme.
Yeah, I thought it was military.
That also birthed my idea, which again, Blizzard devs and
yeah, Rain is eligible to come back.
You can have it for free.
I miss Rain. He's such a pleasant surprise for the Valiant in 2020.
He's got a pillow that he's cuddled up with, and he's just like sleeping on the floor.
You can't be telling them this, man. You gotta.
It'll make millions, Blizzard.
You gotta go to the actual board meeting. You gotta call up all the board and be like, guys, I am gonna change this company.
Want people to buy some more battle passes? Make that the level 80 mythic skin pajama party Winston. It'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, 2020 Valiant backline went hard.
Exactly.
On it, and it's
Jake CEO. Think this upcoming year will be better than last year? No.
Spam, I really
I do not.
like it for some reason. I don't know why, because it's just so innocent in its ways. It doesn't like, it's not mean spirited. You know, it's just a meme. You love it.
Yeah.
And you know, now we get
Chances we get a Jake new
emojis
main
coming in
support
chat.
tomorrow? I don't think so.
I don't usually have chat open when I'm
Also,
watching
hello,
Overwatch
Wes.
because I watch it on my TV, like full screened, but it's been fun to kind of interact with chat a little bit today. And
Yeah.
we did the other match last week, the Legends Battle.
You know, it's a bit more loose. We can play.
Come on, let's get into this, please. I beg.
Sometimes have our eyes and you know,
Oh,
what's going on.
at this rate, I'll never go to bed.
Expect exactly what's going to happen in the chat at any given moment. It's going to be a lot of win.
Boink making his godly return to the Outlaws. Yes, it's time.
Yada yada yada. Looks like though our substitutions should be pretty much squared away as MCD and Bliss have stepped in case you just recently tuned in, or you tapped back over, whichever it may be.
Which roster I think was the best out of any OWL season? I think probably season 3 Shock.
So I guess Fielder was saying like, I just don't want to play that.
They're
game.
too loaded, man.
So I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, Fielder's like, MCD, this one's on you. Show him what.
Time for button pressing, yes, please.
Get in there, champ.
So as mentioned, this is our fourth map and fourth map type.
We're going to
So we go
Busan,
play
huh?
Busan.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mystery Heroes. Yes, he's saying as a flex.
Could very well be the
Bliss
shot.
has a lot of
To a certain
potential.
point, if they can get the win, Fuel going to be looking for that to tie us up yet again, which would at least take us to 6. So we'll see just how far this one goes. The players themselves were saying like, we want to get.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
So
We're in it.
we're in it. We're in the thick
Yo,
of things.
Dallas have no healers. That's a great way to start. How did Shock get a pharmacy? Hello? And they got Sombra. That is so toxic.
Hey, but he can pocket Pharah with this.
This is true.
It's kind of lucky. It's
They
a
at
lucky
least
one.
have
Bro,
somebody- he's not
what?
doing that, but okay, now he is. For a second, he was not.
Yeah,
so,
Proper on Mercy's a
this
little
is
cursed.
actually
Wait, how did Proper
less than
die?
never mind. Bliss is gonna
How?
Go ahead and take him down.
Max is like, man, no, I just can't play the Pharah. We're gonna have to hold on to this point somehow with this weird full DPS comp. Okay, Proper
Come on,
really
Max.
tank,
Well, they did.
technically.
And Sparkle able to find Biname. Takes him down with the Wrecking Ball. Looks to go ahead and get this cap away from the Shock. He's like, goes down to 4 HP. But
Sparkle on the
I was gonna say, he stays
ball.
alive, but then Sparkle comes rolling through, finds that kill, but they still haven't gotten this flip. And the Tracer kind of distracted.
Hanbin Soldier's goated, though. Hello?
But get picked off as well as Finn finds the kill. I mean, kind of overall decent stuff drawn here for the side of the Shock. They had the pharmacy.
Oh, the
comp again. Finn
punch!
has the Sombra to counteract against the Wrecking Ball, and Proper now makes use of that Doom Fist before dying. Gets the punch, sending Hanbin off the side. Of the
True F3, you got me there.
Shock looking to retake this one.
Hey, yo, the Torb. Yo, they got double Orisa for Dallas. Let's go.
Yeah, we got Mei in here too. I haven't cast that hero since Zoe's Cat banned it from the Overwatch League, so glad to see it back.
Classic.
Up to 60% of that ult charge too. Really nice ult to use actually in this crazy chaotic world where we have 2 Orisas.
Oh, Isang knows.
Yo, Ryan.
Swinging the corner.
Yo.
There's a Tracer over here, so found MCD. Which
Reinhardt.
I think MCD might have the first ult of the game, as far as I could tell. So Pulse is at the ready.
All right, MCD. Don't let us down. This needs to be the biggest pulse bomb ever. With your lack of good targets to go for.
Finn getting jumped on. TP's away. There's the
Epic.
Looks for the kill here on a Vinham. Not able to get too much damage.
Yeah,
done.
Mystery Heroes is a
Kind of
classic.
Jump. Does manage to Goombas down Bliss on his way back down, but ends up falling to Sparkle, who now has a Reinhardt. Hanbin going to be taken down by
9
Hisang.
health. Oh, just
Bex.
drop the Blizzard Man, don't
Max
die.
is so low. EMP going to be coming.
Yo,
through.
Hisang?
Cleaning up house. Finds 3 quick kills, and Shock look like they might just be able to take this round.
We'll get a little bit of damage done to Gurio there with
Dude,
the Blizzard. Gurio's
go to
down. We'll see what
Torb.
He respawns with Junkrat for Sparkle. That's an old favorite of his, so that sounds fun. As we do have a Bastion on the scene.
Uh-oh.
That's why Bliss was subbed in.
It's time for the Bastion chat. It's time.
Fantastic. Well, let's see if we can get anything done with this. Having a Sigma on the opposite side is certainly going to gum up the works a little bit for the
Oh.
Bastion.
Well,
Left
that
on,
didn't last
down,
long.
So we won't get to see it too much. I think Finn has been on the Sombra the entire game. Maybe he died once.
Yeah, that's annoying that Finn got Sombra. So toxic.
Find some value and impact for his squad, and With Curio getting taken
Shock got
out,
such
I
a
think that
lucky
should
roll
just
at the
about
start,
be it.
man.
Touch from Hanbin has to recall away, gets stunned by the accretion, ends up dying, and that is going to be Sanctuary taken by the side of the
They got a
Shock.
freaking pharmacy right
I'll
off
tell
the
you,
start.
This is not the easiest mode to cast.
No, it's not. And let me tell you, like, the reason why I haven't done really any analysis is because A, it's been crazy chaotic, and I'm just letting Seth do the play-by-play. Achilles over here just doing that. And then I'm like, yeah, so, you know, Sparkle rolled a few of
Yo,
his
Shock's
favorites,
comp is actually
wasn't
so
enough.
goated. What is
Got
that
Tracer, which is
comp?
Also, like, just, you know, he got it there at the end, but he's a tank player, you know, and so, it's not that great. In San Francisco, Shock from the outset.
Dude, Shock's comp is hilarious. They actually got the 4 DPS that people hate to get in their games as one tricks all at once. We have the Junk Bastion Sim Torb combo, and poor Finn has to heal them by himself.
Symmetra?
They do have a Symmetra. We've also
Where's this TP going, though? Where are they setting up? What are they cooking? What's Max cooking?
Certainly.
That's it? Oh, we're already at the Bastion.
Well, Gurio's going to get the kill here. It's proper dies. Both Bastions instantly dealt with. This is why you just don't pick Bastion, folks. But Sparkle could get beamed down. And
like, Max is going to carry this, dude.
Max is juiced.
Why do
right
people
now.
keep getting Sombra?
I mean, they have 2 Torbjorns and a Symmetra who's charging half of the ult. I'm like, how does Dallas win this? Like, this is going to be tough.
No,
man.
my precious Shock comp, it's gone.
They haven't rolled any supports at all.
Finn's like,
He sinks on
I can heal
Diva.
this Symmetra. She's at full health anyways.
Okay, now Dallas kind of have a crazy comp though. It sucks that they're Sombra. Oh, they got a Baptiste.
Okay, Gurio finally does roll a support for them as they get the Baptiste, but Sparkle's going to be taken down. MCD has been.
How does this work? I don't know, but I'm tired of these Sombras. Glad there's none now.
Worth it, man. Don't die. Hold on to that Symmetra. That's the crux of this composition. Don't die.
You need that barrier.
You don't know what's out there, man.
Yo, they got the Bastion Baptiste combo. Gurio, let's go.
Gets caught, taken down.
Bap is hit scan. This is fine for him.
Which you know,
Oh.
I feel like with
They actually got a
Bastion and the
Sim wall, huh?
Matrix, maybe Bastion then becomes a little bit more viable. We'll have to just wait and see if it does come to fruition. But the barrier is out from Max, just trying to keep everybody protected, and well.
Max lived for a long time on that sim.
Max died. That was. I was really.
Yeah, that's unlucky getting a fair end to the Diva.
Yep.
Maybe.
Into the ice block. Blizzard trying to stay alive. Blizzard nearly available. Vinham going to be taken down.
This is the Shock roster for the season for now. They're gonna obviously add more members because you can't only have 5 players on a team, but this is their team confirmed for the time being.
Oh, the bubble.
Oh, the bubble!
It protects the turret for a little bit longer.
Yo,
And
the
Max is
zoning
okay,
ult, the Torb.
And then it looks like he went on
Oh.
with the train track, so I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there. And Sparkle has rolled Reinhardt twice now. The Molten Core from Proper.
Yeah, how is he back on Ride?
Just to find an elimination. Stock still holding on to the point. Is the pin not going to come to fruition? Doesn't find a kill. Ends up getting taken down. Gurio with a bounce.
It's still scrappy.
However, trying to get back, but again.
Dang it, we need Dallas to win this round. We need more.
Yeah. Where is
Violet
anyone
could
wanting to
retire. We
play?
don't know for
What
certain.
is my life? Why are there so many Bastions in this mode? They just keep coming out. And
He
fuel,
might get a flux. Like, it could actually happen.
I mean, the fuel need to get on to the point is what needs to happen.
Yeah,
and
they won like 2.
Yes, come on, Dallas, let's go.
Yeah.
At least make this
3 kills.
entertaining. Give us a
Shortly
round
out, they get
3.
flipped, 92% ticking up.
You would hope so. Here it comes.
Okay.
Heesung actually survives, so we'll have a flux.
I'd say that learning a non-Korean trying to learn Korean is definitely more difficult.
That's the old economy of
Are there any English players that actually learned esports Korean? I mean, Jake is actually pretty solid on Korean. He did translating during the playoffs. He's really, really good.
Heesung should be able to get a flux off.
He's a coach now, but you know, he learned over the years.
the high ground, and it looks like
Jake
it's gonna be a
seems
solo
somewhat
flip
fluent
on
in
the camera. He
Korean.
will die. Not much else to be done there. It's Proper comes back. As the Junkrat, and oh my god, just instantly starts ripping them to shreds. Ends up getting picked off, but did a hell of a lot of work here for his
Oh yeah,
squad.
Nero knows some
As it
Korean.
looks like I mean, they're playing around with it.
The Shock are really trolling them right now. Look at what they're doing. Are you kidding me? Bro, they're not touching on purpose.
This team is going places, all
Actually,
right?
they're like, you know what? Let's go to Becca Base, actually.
No shot they're doing this on purpose. Stop.
Kill or something on this cat. Dead eye. All right. 99 to 99, run it back, you know.
Oh my god.
Okay, man.
This is
Shocker
like
gonna
the first
regret
instance
this.
of Overwatch League players with
Never mind.
real BM with control. I've never seen this before, actually. This is
MCD.
like the Overwatch equivalent of a Manor Nexus in like StarCraft 2 or something.
Match
Bro.
fixing in My Mystery Heroes? What is this? Unbelievable. Simply unacceptable.
Call
They were-
Kespa!
Yeah. Let me report this to Sean Miller immediately. This is definitely against the code of ethics of the Overwatch League.
I guess we're going to a round 3. I got my wish, but not the way I wanted it.
It might just go to Mecha Base.
Heesong has ult. This is very awkward.
Okay, well,
Gets only one.
he's trying for it. The drop's not going to get the kill. Heesong's still incredibly low, and they have nobody to heal him there. And
Yeah, I guess so. They heard my need for
Unless
more.
Max can do something incredible.
The Shocker, like, I got you.
They're looking for the
You want more
flip now.
mystery heroes? Here you
It's gonna be
go.
forced out, but they quickly get dealt with. The OT will start bleeding away, and I don't think anybody can.
If Shock lose this map now,
This is
bro.
what we like to call in the industry. It's some happy gaming.
Yes, yes, it is. It's a little bit silly.
I think that is the official esports term these days, is happy gaming, where it is for fun only, and everyone is enjoying it, and I enjoyed it too. I liked it when San Francisco Shock BM'd Dallas Fuel a little
That
bit,
was
but then we're
crazy
unsuccessful,
BM.
at winning the round, and now we're going the full.
Shocker running 4 tanks and a Zen.
As deep as So let's see. All right.
Although Korea low-key has a chance to build some ult percentage with all those tanks on the field.
Seems like it shouldn't be allowed.
Double
This
Ramatron
Mega
versus
Base
double
also, so it's like,
Doomfist.
wait,
This is
actually
hilarious.
not fair, and they also have Orisa and
The Shocker
Junkrat
playing
and
goats with
Symmetra.
Zen.
Like, how did Dallas Fuel
And
lose
4
this?
tanks. They're playing Slambulance with a Zen.
Yeah. Let's watch.
Oh, Guerrero's
that's
dead.
A good start.
Goodbye.
To them losing it, I suppose. So Guerrero going to be taken down. I mean, that's a lion's share of the damage to try to really deal with the tanks. I mean, I also didn't notice the double Doomfist here for the side of the Shock, I suppose. And yeah, Max and Finn going to be able to clean up some kills in the back end, and just like that, they rolled into. They went from double Ramacha into
Double Mercy?
Just
Oh,
damage
no.
first each other.
Double Mercy with a Genji and a
I don't
Soldier?
even know, like, if 2 Mercies can heal the same target. they
Grio,
can't, right?
let's go! He killed Finn.
Like, I've never even thought about that before. Like,
Finn clearly.
They're pocketing each other. This
no,
is
you can't.
the
They
double
can
blue
beam the
beam.
soldier. Carry!
They're double
Carry,
beaming.
Sparkle, carry!
Go Sparkle, go!
One
Go
beams and then rolling
Sparkle!
heals. Keep him boosted and shoots
Yo.
at the same time. Swap over to the pistols. Just try
That
to go
was
in and kill
sick.
Proper, they will. Oh my God, it's actually broken.
Mystery Heroes.
Oh,
is
the
educational.
pause.
Maybe
Come on,
maybe Finn didn't
man.
want to get off Junker Queen, and he actually disconnected.
Yeah, I hope not.
It's hard to say.
Educational. Today I learned you can double beam someone if 2 mercies are allowed. So
You can-
I guess
I don't think beam stacks. I mean, the heals. I mean, the double heals is good, but you could also do a heal and a blue beam, couldn't you?
Or maybe they're like, yo, 2
But I mean-
beams. I'm calling a pause.
Unless like a Mercy dives in front of you, you're not. You're
Also, the
never-
Mercies can body block for you. The Guardian
Oh, Mercy,
Angel.
though.
It's a pretty hilarious strat.
Yeah, I know.
It's
The
But I was
dream of
like,
every
well,
Of course they
DPS,
did
yeah.
in the direction.
I don't know. I'm just
Nothing's
like,
confirmed,
for some
Ethan.
reason in
Nothing
my
is
head, I'm like,
confirmed.
I guess that means now that like, is double Discord orb possible? Is
Oh,
double
God,
Harmony
we're-
orb possible?
We get into the 5-head
does that
theory
stack? Like, how
crafting.
does
Let's
that
not go
work?
down this road.
Oh boy.
Come on,
I
Wolf.
love how this went from like, it's silly, they're gonna intentionally go to Mecha Base, to like, now I'm really invested because of this double Mercy nonsense. Oh boy.
Yeah, when the pause happened, I think all 3 of them were still alive. Sparkle and the 2 Mercy players.
No,
I think.
Bliss and MCD are wearing jerseys that do not belong to
Who
them.
the Mercy player was,
Can
but-
we have everybody else in the team die other than Sparkle because he's the pocket target, like, but everybody else die until they have Mercy, and then we just have 4 Mercies and a
Bro!
certain pop-up.
Aw.
It was short-lived.
But what about double pocket on the Genji though? What? Okay, so
Hey, with Sparkle in, I'll accept it.
well, it's Bliss who's playing it, but if it was Sparkle who
Bliss, I think, is wearing
Genji,
a Rush jersey. I can't tell.
that used to be a strat.
Move your
Remember
hand,
that
Bliss.
Point A Numbani, where you actually pocket
Oh yeah.
Genji for the
Okay.
blade push,
Oh,
and you
it's-
just try to build the blade.
Same thing on Temple of Anubis. Shout outs to 2CP maps. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
We miss you, King. But
Oh, Proper showing it's a
I-
mouse
I said that
problem.
live on TV.
Thank you,
I
Proper.
said, Someone's coming for you.
oh no. As it turns out,
Oh wait, no, it's Finn.
Assault was a pretty good map type.
I liked it.
Or no, it's a mouse problem for Finn, maybe?
So
We
shows
have the
kind of
controversial opinions here.
masochist casters. But you know,
Greetings,
originally,
Devlin.
that was like the common strat back in that time. Just damage.
We are
boost and
pause
people
champing.
try to build up for that blade as quickly as possible. So yeah, I mean, would be neat to see. But for now, I'm more inclined to just continue to watch the double beam on Sparkle Soldier.
Someone did mention in the chat that you can't actually stack Discord or Harmony orbs, so you can apparently double beam.
Yo,
them.
Challenger.
Unless
I mean,
we
you can
missaw
do
that.
you can do one healing and one damage boost, I believe. But you can't. You're not gonna get double the healing throughput if you're holding on.
It's midnight in 5 minutes, and we are getting stalled to the maximum. Finn is on his phone.
It's like a 1 or a 0. Do you have the Harmony orb or not? Same for Discord orb. It might show an animation of 2 orbs floating, maybe, but I don't think it would actually stack the damage or healing. That makes sense.
Well, looks like Finn is still having some issues, so hopefully we
You're
can
the
get that
best.
taken care of, and then,
You're the best player in the league. What role would you rather the player be?
Like,
incredibly tense.
For me, probably
showdown.
tank.
seemed to disconnect, like his hero was still in game. Obviously, we saw his model just get gunned down by Mercy Pistol, but
Although DPS, I mean, it's kind of hard to go wrong with, but I think it's good to have a nice versatile tank.
yeah, but if we get any, we will let you guys at home know.
Yep.
7 a.m. Wow.
But
I salute all of you staying up for this.
get things underway.
Or waking up early, either or.
It wouldn't be an Achilles
Thoughts on
heel
King from Vancouver last year? I thought he was good.
attack pause.
You know, the most nervous Overwatch cast I think I did after Apex, because in Apex I was always nervous.
What do you think
Like,
would be
oh
the
God, like,
MVP
this
slash
game is
best
new,
player in
and I
each role
really
based on
like it, and I
signings
don't
so
wanna
far
miss
for
this
next season?
opportunity.
I don't think
I'll
we've
play
seen
the
enough
game.
signings yet
I
to
think
judge
the
that.
most nervous cast I ever did was when you and I, when we first joined the Overwatch League, we cast a show match. And I was like,
Oh,
I don't know how.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to cast for fun in Overwatch. I only cast for serious, and I was like really awkward about it. I wanted to make sure everybody knows I did a good job, so I want to analyze, but I'm like, we can't analyze. I think there was actually some mystery here.
I'm studying for an exam, haven't
forgot that we
slept
did
at all. Gotcha.
I think that's the only other time I've cast mystery here.
So much
Right, that was-
pausing,
yeah, we did, like,
please.
make our debut by casting a show match.
I don't even remember who was playing in it, to be honest.
I haven't been paying enough attention to the crowd, to be honest with you.
But I remember that that was a thing.
Think Fitz gets signed? Yeah, I'm sure he will by somebody.
I know that they were in.
Tank for LA Gladiators? Couldn't tell
They
you.
were
Good
there, I
morning,
think, but
math.
I don't think they cast
Good to see you.
There was like a whole preseason like meme thing that we did, but that well, no, that was in 2018. That was before we came, and then 2019
Rip Hitman.
we cast like the one thing that happened. I thought, but maybe I'm remembering.
They might have just been out there to see the start of the season. I don't remember. Either way, I miss those boys.
Yeah.
I did get to, fortunately, obviously see Avast somewhat more recently, given that he.
Dallas still has Edison. Technically, they don't have anybody, just to let you know. Technically, everyone's a free agent as of right now.
But
We'll see.
we got catch up. With
That's something everyone needs to remember. Their entire team's a free agent right now until they announce something.
the Zucchini Panini.
Violet,
Seems
we
like
don't know.
This stuff's going on, so you guys get stuck with our little podcast here for a little bit longer, I suppose.
Said you
My
came
legs
to
are getting
Dallas
cold.
from
I might get my
Toronto.
blanket
Came all
out.
the way from
I might
Toronto.
become cozy ATP for this stream. Hold on.
Some real passion. So imagine being from Toronto and then flying to Korea to see the Dallas Fuel. What
Yeah.
a cool global world we live in.
I wonder if they have flown to see them in other things, or if this is like the first time they're actually seeing some of the players live, because that would be odd. But hey, Korea is lovely this time of year. I mean, it's cold.
Cozy ATP has entered the chat.
Have you ever been thinking about
What's the rumored Dallas roster?
Yeah.
We don't know.
see some games live when they happen, which I guess won't be for a while. I actually don't know when Contender starts up again.
That sign, the scrolling size of Dallas is going to win. This person
Jake goes
had this
back
sign
as a
very,
player
very
next year,
quickly.
full
That was the
Korean.
announcement of Max.
Yeah, I think they made it.
We'll
Here in
see.
the studio,
Yeah.
So
What rank am I? I have not played ranked this season, but
And in the A,
I was able to get to Masters 4 on support last season. Call me Faye Fox. My identity on Twitch, Xbox, and pretty much everything. Oh, I gotcha. No problem.
We did a little bit, and we had some pauses last week, but
yeah, but this used to be our lives on the regular. During the contenders day.
Oh, it says
like, oh, there's nothing else to talk about. I guess we'll just talk about fan signs.
the Dell for Dallas.
New York will be stacked. I don't know about that.
Dealer, aka lovely
Skip the shift at work only to receive the wrath of the pause gods. Rip.
Dallas's lovely DPS Sparkle.
Very nicely done.
He's very lovely, isn't he?
That he is.
Yeah, you mentioned it to me in the makeup room we talked about earlier. Seeing Sparkle. Like,
What does ATP stand for? It's the initials of my name.
So
Smurf.
Oh, well, very good.
Which two teams are tied for the most second place finishes in all history? Well, you're telling me there's a tie for second?
Pepe holding money that says Sungni, which means victory. So I guess it's take my victory, but also they feel sad about
You're
it.
telling me Philly doesn't win in a landslide?
Like, I think what maybe it's implying is like we gotta pay to get Smurf back so we can win. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like I think Max is doing
Max
fine.
is doing a pretty good job.
Oh, Shock. That's true. Shock have... Wait, how many have Shock lost?
Could have been here, but he's not on the roster, so it doesn't make sense. But
They lost 3 this year.
Yep.
Former Shock player.
Hi, Smurf.
Is that Violet?
It looks
Well, we
like
got
him.
Smurf. Yeah, Violet's still in.
So
yeah, you get some
they
familiar
lost
faces
2 in
there.
2019.
Audience watching.
There was somebody else behind that sign too. It might have been a player. Couldn't tell clearly enough though.
Of course, there's a.
Oh god, my
fan
brain's not functioning
meet
right
and
now.
greet that's going to be happening after this for everybody who's live in the studio, so they'll get to go ahead and meet up with some of those legends of the Shock rosters of old, and you know. Get to
Both have
their
7?
signs
Oh, okay.
Signed and whatnot.
This
We don't have Baby Bay though. They didn't bring him.
this sign is just like he's going to get another trophy this time in the league. The term for those of you guys who don't know for Overwatch League.
What are we talking about? Apparently the Shock and the Fusion are now tied for the most second place finishes ever.
Overwatch League is very long, so people just call Overwatch League.
Rip
If you hear
accidents.
someone, like translating or something, they say like, "Oh, he went to the league." They mean like he went to Overwatch.
I think, well, for one, it's the holidays. Brady, I'm sure a lot of teams have their stuff decided. It's just they're waiting because it's the
Like, if you hear that
holidays.
term league in Overwatch, it means
But two, you know, it's a big
Overwatch.
decision.
might
You know,
not
free
know,
agency
but
just started.
But it looks like I don't want to jinx it, but we can back in. It also may be a restart of the map. Like I don't know.
Oh, that would just be actually terrible.
No, give me the double mercy.
Yeah, give me my.
Here we go.
We got the double mercy. And we're
Don't
back
burn
into
down
it.
Sparkle. All right.
Okay, keep him alive.
Keep him alive at all costs.
No.
Oh, Hanbin. Okay, he stayed alive. I love how we are just fully invested in this now.
Come
Double
on.
mercy, ride or die.
Okay, Bliss diving in.
Hanbin, don't die. No! Why?
No, you ruined it.
Why?
Damn it. All right, well, let's see what happens. Sparkle waiting to respawn. He's going to come back on a Sombra Hanbin.
I was finally given joy in my life, and it was taken away from me.
It's actually going to be Gurio who's swooping forward to find the
Of teams that have signed full roster so far, who's your favorite? Boston. I think I don't know if they'll necessarily be the best, but I love their team.
He needs a health pack badly.
Yeah, still going to be low. Looks like he might have eluded the rest of the Shock for now.
No supports for
Bliss is a O2 Blast player, Math. Good contenders player.
Double Sombra.
He's on Genji right now, but he's a support.
Not as good as it used to be. Like,
Also, Double Sombra is just toxic.
Crawford just putting the fist up. Tries to keep himself safe. Blade is pulled. Oh, the push away from Max is just
I'm not going to be a
beautiful.
Boston fan, no.
Blade not going to be able to find anything at all. Shock still holding.
I was just saying I appreciate their roster.
As, yeah, they're going to just start cleaning up house, it seems.
They got a sound barrier, which is not
Favorite OWL game of all time? Titans versus LA Valiant, Stage 3, 2019.
a full set of ultimates, right? That's not allowed. It's mystery heroes.
Yeah, I mean, now
Somebody
they're just
waste one of
getting spawn
those. Samus or Shock, it's supposed to be fun.
back
Remember
cap.
when it was fun in the second round? Are they going to let him have it again, or are they just going to let it go?
For a second, I thought that they were going to.
Nothing has made me more emotional than that game.
5 volts about to be here for the side of the Shock, but it might not matter if the fuel can't
Yeah, also, what the
point.
heck is the Shock's comp right now? Hello? This is busted.
Fight for the sound barriers there in response. Point currently being contested. One would assume by MCD. Looks like he is forced to translocate away. Self-destruct comes in. Touch on the point. MCD's dead. OT forced out for a little bit longer. As Hanbin tries to make his way over, and Finn is just emoting. He's like, yeah, the remake. I'm just gonna stay in pilot form.
Look at Dallas just desperately holding on for dear life. Wait, Bliss got a kill on proper.
Dead. Have they flown too close to the sun? Is this the turning of the tides?
Oh,
No,
they see
it's
it.
132% closeout as we will find
Rip.
the conclusion here of our Mystery Heroes map, and that is going to be the Shock.
Just remember, chat,
Getting the win.
this delay never should have happened because Shock decided to BM on round 2. We should already be on the next map.
My least favorite part was when Vindame ended the double mercy.
I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, no, it's like a for fun,
actually is worse, yeah.
basically.
I agree.
Yeah.
Vindame.
I would have waited for a full hour of pausing if it meant that the double mercy survived a little bit longer. But
It's true.
Vendame's sound barrier actually he survived on that Lucio for long enough to get it. Actually,
Where's everyone going? Where are you guys going? Where are you going?
Yeah.
double hack.
Keep playing. We just had such a long delay. Where are you going?
Well,
What is there, a halftime for this? For God's
I
sake.
believe so. That was the 5th set, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well,
No, 4th. So yeah, I think there is a break actually.
Yeah, so I think we'll.
There's a break, bro.
That, we are at match point. Close things out. Coming up next is the band map, where Sojourn is basically unable to be
Yes.
played, but everything else is up.
Which country do you have bets on for World Cup besides Korea? US.
That's right. Yeah, because we're talking about Widowmaker. Maybe we'll get some Widow. Which
Maybe
I don't
some
think
Ashe?
We didn't have a single Widowmaker during that Mystery Heroes, did we?
Pain and suffering.
Not that I remember.
That's weird.
Was it banned secretly? Krusty.
Most underrated player who deserves to get signed this
Yeah, that
season.
is odd.
I don't know. Either way, we'll see what happens. You know what the comps are gonna look like, what they're gonna piece together.
Underrated,
See
you
a good
say?
amount of, proper playing Sojourn earlier on as well as Heesung. But yes, confirmed. We are in fact going to go to a break.
I mean, I hope
we'll
Majed.
have some highlights for you there from Mystery Heroes, and we'll see you guys on the other side of this and get ready to go into what could be the last map of the set.
If I had to pick a team to reveal their final roster, I want to see Dallas's roster right now. Except besides Korea, I said US. When does World Cup start? November. Should be. That's usually when it happens. Well, I mean, well, okay, actually, no. That's when, like, the finals will be. But there'll be a lot of stuff way before that. There'll be qualifiers and all that stuff. Valiant final roster. River sold on Among hype when he pulled Ryan. Oh, no, not really. Oh, yeah, Team China will be disgusting. I'm doing alright, Faye Fox. Japan now. Sweden could be interesting. World Cup will be taking place during the season. It's going to be over the next few months. It'll be, a lot of it's during the season, which is what worries me. Because we have to think about is we still don't know when the league's going to be starting this year, right? And, I mean, if things continue to go this way, you'd assume it's probably going to be somewhat late. Like, we're probably looking towards May or April, right? So, like, by the time we get to playoffs in the end in that regard, we're going to be literally right at the start of, like, the World Cup finals and stuff, so... It's tough. Why was Chips on a team ever? I was mostly for marketing. Just because he's marketable. No real reason aside from that. But also, yeah, his brother was a coach. True. You think Super would be good in the league? He hasn't played in a long time, so probably not. You know when our teams are obligated to have 6-player rosters? It's not for a long time still. I think it's like, what is it, March? It's a long way off still. trying to find the exact date because I don't remember. Oh, roster construction rules. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. Oh wait, no, excuse me. Minimum of 5 players. That's not a 6-player minimum. It's a 5-player minimum by March, mid-March. I have to call here because my phone's running out of battery life. I got you, Keon. No worries. I'm an OG Carpe back as a Fusion fan. Yeah, I miss Carpe in his prime. You too, though, Keon. Have a good night, my man. Alright, Riley, sounds good. Because it basically is All-Star Weekend at this point. Oh, so in regards to the World Cup thing, just kind of go over it again. Trials start in February, so that's like off-season, like the beginning of it, right? And then there's going to be more tryouts in March. And then qualifiers are in June, so that's literally right when the season's underway. And then in the fall will be the group stage and the finals. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on now. My life goal is to become the Copium King. Nice. If you had to pick a player all time who was a disappointment to actually live up to the hype, who would it be? If I had to... A player all time who was a disappointment... Actually, so you're saying someone who didn't live up to the hype. Well, Gabe Bolsey from Boston was like hyped up, and then he did nothing. He was gone. There's Roar. Roar was pretty hyped up. Miro. Yeah, basically. Oh, you watch Owl name every player ever. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, true. I'm a fake fan. I don't know every player ever. My bad. Beast, yeah. I think Bell's Ria's underrated. I wouldn't say underrated. He's pretty properly rated in my eyes. I hope it can continue to last. We'll see. Time to cancel, rip. There goes my career. GG's. Yeah, Legion, but he can still come back, though, in all fairness. Because he's been playing good in contenders. Favorite meta? Dive. My Christmas was good, Math. How was yours? I had a very enjoyable Christmas. Spent time with family. It's a good time. I'd say Monk's properly rated. I mean, hey, that sounds good to me, getting a free check. Florida Mayhem? I think they might be cooking something good. I'm excited. QOQ, yeah. Zero game sense. Apparently that guy's currently the best Apex player. Well, sometimes it's just a matter of finding your game. I think a lot of people would agree with you that Prophet's the GOAT. I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people. Who is winning right now? The Shocker in the lead. Oh, time for this ad again. Here we go.
ESET defends his privacy and data from online threats and computer viruses. With gamer mode on, ESET Internet Security does its job silently in the background without slowing down Andy's computer. ESET can even identify previous...
I love how his name has to just be Andy.
Go to ESET.com and install the best protection for gamers. ESET Internet Security.
Who'd you vote most likely to be the GOAT? For me, it's Prophet.
And we are back. Match point locked in here for the side of the San Francisco Shock. And we'll get to see if they can finish the job and end the series, or if the Fuel will be able to fire back once more. As I do believe we've had some additional...
Got sick halfway through the evening. In Denmark, we celebrate Christmas at the evening. Yeah, I know that some countries do that. Why'd you get sick? Just like randomly, or was there a reason? I felt like I was going to be sick. I ate a ton of food on Christmas Day. Oh my lord.
Probably coming up, but otherwise we'll talk you through it as we get ready to go into the
Yeah, so it's otherwise...
Like, there's a moment where I couldn't even get up. I was like paralyzed. Gotta go and get some sleep. Alright, appreciate you hanging out.
Widowmaker, maybe some Ashe would be fun, but Widowmaker...
You think Shock will throw this? Probably. Yeah, I think Proper could absolutely win another MVP.
Happy gaming moment, potentially, for both teams. Because, you know, like, I love...
I think Proper, I mean, if he continues down this road and he wins titles, you could consider him the GOAT for sure. I mean, he's still young. He's got a lot of time.
For a long time. So for me, I'm like, yeah, this is really cool. Like,
What, the AKM blade? Omega,
a little bit ready to move
a
on.
milk chugging contest had to lay down for like 4 hours. Yikes. How should I become the king of copium? I don't know. It's up for you to decide. Had a little cold in the morning, then suddenly it got worse. Gotcha.
But like, it's possible. I hope Widow.
China's roster?
Underpass and kind of into the market area.
I mean, Leave Shy, maybe Gushui, Monk, Xerneas. A band match. Ooh, I like these bands. Yo, clean bands. Kiriko and Sojourn.
But if you don't want to get
yes, W bands.
And protect your computer from viruses and all of that other nasty stuff.
You put it on gaming mode. You don't even
Wonder if Prophet will win an MVP first, or Proper will win 2 MVPs. I'd say probably the latter of that.
Maps and some other games, and you have to download assets. Make sure that nothing gets
truly on.
So officially Fuel banned Sojourn, just for context, and Shock banned Kiriko.
Yeah, I think so, Jeremy.
Only Sojourn, so maybe they both banned Sojourn, and they were like, all right, you get a free extra one because both banned Sojourn. I don't know for sure, but we know those heroes are not eligible for play here on Dorado.
Would Sparkle actually whip out a Junkrat? Are we going to the classic Season 1 defense? Nope. Psych!
But yeah, they just didn't want to. They just don't want to have to deal with it. They're like, yeah.
When I think about Skewed, he's underrated. I like Skewed.
When we get into the season, unless she undergoes like
Prophet Prime or Proper now? It's hard to answer that question. 2 different time periods. I did see the Halo tweet, but Unique also responded to that tweet saying it's not true, so we'll see.
Dynamite value right there at
the best Sojourn in the league? I mean, for me, it's Proper. But Shy is right there.
Good Dynamiter.
Some good Dynamiter.
That's an old reference.
We saw the Widow for a brief little second, but it's actually going to be Proper moving over to the Genji.
It's a pretty stacked roll, yeah.
Yo finding the kill, and Sparkle with a Genji as well. Always a treat to watch. We'll be able to get involved. Help set up for a kill. On
get a little bit of Nano Blade action going.
That's going to be the Shock, kind of having the doors slammed in their faces from the outset.
Yeah.
Lip is also a damn good Sojourn. Lip, Proper, and Shy are all amazing.
Comp here for San Francisco Shock can be quite good.
And Merit, like, there's a lot of really good Sojourns. This is a conversation I've had so many times on stream. It's hard to go wrong with any of them, you know?
Proper, he's going to be okay. Dashes up onto the high ground.
Edison too. It's just, it goes on and on.
Just managed to slink his way out of the window just in time to stay safe. Now Max.
Hydron, yeah.
It's the low ground, goes up.
Yeah, this is the ban map. They banned Sojourn and they banned Kiriko, which are 2 based bans.
Neutral fighting, but with Sparkle falling, that should be the Shock opening up a decent amount of space, so they should be able to get their way up here into the marketplace, especially if Bliss gets taken down. Whittling away at him, and eventually Proper will manage to find a headshot.
I do watch the NFL, Kenneth.
Looking very good here for the Shock to be able to roll their way into A.
MCD getting picked early there by Heesong was actually pretty massive. Heesong was able to... He decided not
should have banned ball. Favorite team? New York Giants. I'm excited because they're way better than I thought they'd be this year. I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, wow, Sparkle got assassinated. Yikes.
They're on the high ground.
I think that's kind of a hot take, Jeremy. The bans are Sojourn and Kiriko.
I mean, I was going to say Hanbin getting to play Diva.
Yeah, that's another treat that we
Eagles fan? Most boring sport besides golf. NBA? I'm a New York Knicks fan, sadly.
So not as much, but it is good to see.
It's true.
He's already got that self-destruct ready to go. Max lagging a little bit further behind here towards that Primal Rage, but it doesn't matter too much, given that they already have the cap. Now it's going to be a blade pulled. And it was,
Vindame got nanoed. And Gureo also got nanoed. No nano blades, sad.
Just tried to save the brig, but the blade doesn't have the nano. He ends up getting taken down. Vindame now going to fall on the back end as Sparkle finds a kill. Still holds onto a blade of his own. And that should be the cart halted, at least for the time being.
Sparkle is popping off on this.
Literally dead inside, but I'll take the Super Bowl win. Yeah, I think most people would.
It's a hero that we know Sparkle is amazing at. You know, we haven't gotten.
Oh yeah, that 2008 Super Bowl run was classic.
Because it was like his main basically before goats and stuff in the Element Mystic days. So I always have a soft spot for Sparkle's Genji. He takes out proper there with a
New York Copium together. Well, I'm not a New York Excelsior fan, but I'll still spread some New York Copium if we're talking the Giants at least. Eagles fan the last 13 years. Yeah, it's interesting. My brother's an Eagles fan, so I live with an Eagles fan.
Overwatch 1, EMP hits that Zenyatta. That's a death sentence. Not so much in this case.
Nope, not at all. It looks like they're still going
Dallas have a lot of ults to maybe hold this.
Shot across, Vindame taken low, gets finished off. Sparkle with a blade, manages to find the kill.
Oh, that's all you need is the blade. That's a clean fight. Also, it's cool to see Hanbin on the Diva again. Yeah, that game was crazy, G-Boy.
Certainly not.
But of course, in classic Giants fashion, they lose yet another game in a 60-yard walk-off field goal. They've lost 3 since 2017 in that fashion. Max practicing his Winston a little.
Can't really keep up here on the high ground. He's managed to find Sparkle. Jumps in, finds the kill, looks for a little bit more, is instantly met with a bio.
Max 9 health.
Self-destruct flew out from Hanbin, but looks like he's not going to be able to find any kills. Does safely get back into the mech, however, and MCD gets a kill on the Vindame.
Max has been
Who got nanoed?
So
Max.
Yeah,
Proper almost had blade. Why?
Gets invested onto him just to try to
Why
keep him alive.
are we not getting any nano blades? I'm so sad.
This is really unfortunate for Shock because now they don't have the nano blade.
Max is an off
Keeping
tank.
Max alive there was important. He got a mini.
More so of one, at
He's
least.
Probably gonna get away, but they invest the nano, so now they don't have it anymore for a really sick EMP nano blade combo where they have rally to actually stick to the point on the cleanup. So Dallas feels
Yeah, I mean, every game is close if you're a Vikings fan. It's crazy, man.
with that ultimate invested. So it's a much easier hold now with Ashe on this high ground.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is an interesting case. He's been playing well. I can't complain too much. He has no help whatsoever.
Trying to keep everybody alive, bubble mitigating.
Aside from Saquon, I guess. He says, okay. Finally, the Shocker gonna get it moving here.
Not get into Bliss, but he still gets the kill. The cleanup is looking good. So finally breaking through here are the Shock. As Hanbin will be demeched and finished off. So now they can finally start to push. But I mean, this was nearly 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Like, the way in which San Francisco Shock pulled this off, too, without the nano, Gureo does not.
Best contenders player that never played an owl. That's not a question I can answer, really. It's harder for me. I don't know if there's any contenders enthusiasts in chat, but you can be the judge of that.
Really impressive. Still holding the EMP. There it is.
They use it, and Proper immediately plays off the back as they find 3 quick kills. So really nice shutdown here. They knew that Fuel were going to have enough time to go for a recontest, but they completely squash it in one fell swoop. Sparkle will find one for.
How do we go from Overwatch to NFL? I mean, that's what happens when, you know, the Shock got held for a while, but now we're moving again. We're schmoving.
CD got split spawn, but it looks like it's actually going to be the Fuel who are doing okay. And we'll find Max. Take him down just moments before the Primal was ready.
I don't know. I always thought Kaiser was overrated.
Transcendence available here. It looks like they're just going to hold with this composition. Use the dynamite. Try to slow this push down. Hold the archway at height here at range. I should say with the line of sight they have. Not going to feel too bad about this hack. Well, I say that.
Yeah, drop down. Jump back up. Proper's instantly there. Drop back down again. Needs some healing. It's actually going to be the nano out of the Gureo, and that feels really bad. To try to have to use it on him.
Well, that nano was useless.
Still under fire, though. Tagged low, and Proper dashes in.
Oh, nice sleep.
Max will get Bliss and Sparkle. He's only able to drag one back. It's the Sombra as well, which is going to be the least valuable pick that you could possibly get in this situation. So Cardigan going to be moving forward, and Sparkle is lucky to get out here with his life intact.
Proper's just holding this door with his
I always, in my opinion, I always think Kaiser didn't make it for a reason.
Kind of an awkward timing for that one.
Like, because obviously he tried, but like he was one of the only guys from like Runaway back in the day that could never make it, and I just think there has to be a reason for it. He probably underperformed in like trials and trials, whatever you want to call it.
Holding it for a little bit longer.
He's keeping it locked in a position. They come down below a minute. It seems like Shock should be able to just get this one through. It's just a matter of time. Unless Dallas Fuel can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Rally now going to be rolling. Vinham trying to keep it
Water, yeah. He had a lot of mechanical talent.
Somehow it's just not getting picked off. He's just hovering around this bubble that they can't break through.
Maybe lacked the intangibles, though, to be an OWL player.
A little bit longer. Humbat eventually gets on top of him with the Doom. Drop down here onto the high ground. Looks for Finn. The punch is good. 2 kills for him. Dive into the back. It seems like the Fuel, they might actually be able to do it.
Davin, yeah, that's a name I haven't heard in quite some bit.
For them as the cleanup continues to be found.
Yeah, Sparkle here just trying what he can to delay some of these spawns. They can't touch.
Yep.
Yeah, trying the hardest. Max is blocked.
Dallas have a chance. I mean, they didn't look too bad on this defense.
Was able to get the gatekeep there, stops him from getting the touch, and it's a successful hold right in front of point C at the hands of the Dallas Fuel, so winning condition is in their back pocket.
Vindame, he played on O2 Blast.
Really good diversity of DPS heroes. The Genjis, obviously the Ashe coming through.
We had a Cassidy at some point.
Yeah, and we didn't see Reaper, but which, you know, was kind of common on this map in the finals meta, playoff meta, I should say, but didn't see it here. It wasn't necessary, and we got to see some really great mechanics between these Genji players. Like, the blades were great. Sparkle getting that kill on the Proper earlier to shut his blade down. Lots of amazing stuff here in that regard. We also got to see D.Va, which was very fun to see, to just have that extra verticality. But one of my biggest takeaways from this...
Well, I mean, yeah, Solar going budget mode. Nothing you can do.
Ana was consistently throughout.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Yo, Proper on the Junkrat, though? Yes, bring me back to the Season 1 days where people would run Junk on point A, Dorado defense. Oh, I miss it, man.
Just showed us some really good Genshin mechanics.
It brings me back.
I'm on board. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Show me this. I mean, you know that Sparkle is going to be running the Genji, so the Junkrat...
The people would run the Orisa.
Down, the blade
Oh, man.
Tire, instant kill coming through. Get him in the trap, whatever it is.
Junk Widow first point. I miss it. I miss it, man.
Be able to peel for the Ashe and the Junkrat pretty well, whoever he's nearest.
My rank, I was Masters last season on support.
He knows that he could get away with grabbing some free ult charge if he's seen late.
Do you watch Star Wars? Yes, I do, man. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, there it is.
Rio, there's your Widow.
Proper. Oh, Rio.
Okay. Finds Heesung. Oh, he's looking for a little bit more. Finn takes that body shot. Hanbin, yep, was set up for the dive.
I mean, the most recent OWL Grand Finals was a banger.
Sleep Dart is
the Bad Batch trailer, yeah. I'm excited for it.
But then Vinham just had no way of getting bailed out, so he ends up getting taken down. Proper up into the front line, was antied out, sliver of HP, no way to help him out.
Well, there goes the Junkrat, Sag.
Looks like Fuel should get a good amount of distance here, as Max is completely disconnected from the rest of the squad, playing the coast side. He will fall. And yeah, this push can just go ahead and glide on forward.
It's the Griot Sparkle duo that made that happen. The DP.
I mean, MCD's decent, and Bliss, he was a pretty good contenders player.
Around the corner here, now they're going to contest for A as they near the fountain.
I mean, this is just a cap.
Yeah, they just can't get through. The choke point not controlled here by the Junkrat. Proper's naded, and that's the end of that.
Yep, it's taken down. Sparkle getting the better of him.
I think in Season 1 you could argue that Sapiobi is the better Tracer, but overall Striker's the better, in my opinion.
5 minutes in the time bank. Pretty monstrous.
Striker, I mean, you have to remember also, Striker had a worse team, and he carried the hell out of them in Season 1.
Grabs the health pack, but no. Finn manages to turn the tides. Nice little charge up on the right click there. Finds the kill in the end.
Yeah, that was really well helped out by Max. Who now has his ultimate online. I don't think he'll need it to duel this Winston. Forces the ult.
He does. Well, Finn, I mean, he's still playing here within the building, so it does end up getting
also, what are the Shocker playing Hanzo now? Like, what are they doing?
Wants to take out Vinham, but
that's like nice sleep, though.
Connects, and he's low on HP, so Heesung can finish him with a body shot.
A little bit of Hanzo action up here as well.
Right, how Kenobi is cringe by 10-point scale. I enjoyed Kenobi.
More information about where that enemy Widow is. Don't shoot at that one.
But I'm also a big Obi-Wan fan, so.
Does open things up a little bit here for the Shock to find some defensive hold. A good kill.
But I still consider Fearless the best Winston. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard not to.
Sparkle, who's got the blade.
He's up there.
Looking for a target, and he's going to be able to get on top of Vinheim. Has to resheath the blade, but still gets both supports in the end. Hanbin finds Proper, and that should just be point B. I mean,
Dallas are rolling.
4.5 minutes here for this. Actually, more than that, nearly 5.5.
Yeah, Andor is amazing.
As they go into the final stretch.
Looking very good for the fuel here. And okay.
He just doesn't even scope in for it.
Nope, and Hisong will be taken out. Sparkle in full control
It's
here.
good. Andor's
San
good.
Francisco Shock here, they've got the Transcendence online. They will have the Hanzo ult as well, but it's, you know, it's only going to be temporary value.
I think it's good because, like, even though it has Star Wars in the label, it doesn't necessarily feel completely like Star Wars. It has, like, Star Wars-y, like, elements to it, but it's its own unique thing.
Yeah. Okay, Dragon Strike.
Oh, the Clone Wars TV series is awesome.
Hanbin just forcing back the members of the Shock, not giving them that advantageous position. Keeps them down low on the ground. Rally rolling from Bliss, trying to keep everybody alive, but Hanbin does end up falling. Hisong picking up the kill as he's now since swapped over onto the Genji, and Proper, they will be able to at least pick up one. He's trying
Come
to
on,
get
Proper. There it is.
and he eventually will with the Storm Arrow to the head. So kills found, 4 minutes, 20 seconds now remaining here for the side of the fuel. Still a hell of a lot of time bank to chew through here for the Shock if they want to walk away with the win.
I don't think they want to really back off here and go towards the point itself. I think trying to control this choke and utilizing the high ground as they are here with Ramatra and Hanzo poke is actually the better way. It's going to be the most time efficient in terms of the
Yeah, I don't know how this Hanzo bug's still in the game. It's interesting.
You're also about to have his ultimate. San Francisco Shock, when they lose control, they can type back as they are now. Here's the Nano.
Oh,
now on to Hanbin,
lands right on him. That's a wasted Transcendence.
Not involved there, ends up getting picked off. Maybe he was antied out either way. Still a costly loss, and Finn as well going to get taken down. Bliss finds that elimination. Max knows that there's no point in using the ult at this point. Needs to just go ahead and go for the reset.
They were having that forward hold, but this is the consequence, right?
Oh.
Hey, yo, Proper.
Headshot kill, but still, they're not as grouped up. Dallas will have gotten in. They've gotten control. They're going to have a blade, and this is the cost of taking that aggressive hold. They got split up a little bit and were punished with that Nano.
They would love to get Hanbin, but it's just too risky for them to push into that position. But even forcing the Primal at that point would have been a
So
big
close.
boon for the side of the Shock, but yeah, they just can't quite make it happen.
I'm disappointed. We've seen, like, no nano blades.
Max now just watching the flank. Rotate back over to the cart, which is currently rolling back. Is
Nice juggle.
around Finn. Blade pulled out from Sparkle. Hisong also
The Dallas
has his
Superstars
ready to
popping
go.
off.
He's using it, but just can't seem to find any kills. But obviously, not getting too much eyes on it, but there you go. You see him for now. Takes Hanbin low, but can't find the kill.
Oh, they want to commit to this, Max.
Still, though,
He's trying.
puts the hands up.
That was a good dragon.
Dragon strike finds Sparkle. It's a big boon now. Still, though, since the last
Hanbin has swapped to Zarya. Not something I was expecting.
Max is popping
he
off.
cannot overstay his welcome, but it looks like he's going to be just fine. Proper arrives. They take down Bliss. Headshot across.
Echo
Hanzo.
Hanzo. That's interesting.
Hashtag best.
Effect? I'm sure he's doing all right.
The Overwatch League?
Just hashtag best.
Like Proper's ult actually did so. The Dragon Strike actually.
The
did so much
superstars of the
more
league, I
there.
mean, like, you know,
So
Prophet,
many resources to do
Smurf,
this game in life. We got
Proper,
insane value out of that
etc.
forward push. Now maybe punished for it a little bit as the Zarya swap comes to
Shoe,
the
Already dealing with
Fielder,
on Zarya. That's always pretty damn scary. You can see he's already juiced up.
Lip.
Has that high energy, but Sparkle ends up
Shy.
falling. Finn with a nice headshot.
I mean, he could nano
It's
him.
that kill.
He's saying it's a flex.
Yep.
I think, you know, once that charge is fully up, and it almost is, there's the nano.
Okay, Nano does go across. Hanbin receives it. So pulls back around the corner.
It's a good Nano.
Bliss a little
Suddenly,
bit
this
too
is
late
kind of
with the
doable
pull
for
there.
the Shock.
Can't keep everybody
Although
alive. The
they,
grab comes in. They
that
get
grab
off
didn't
a
get
lot.
much of
Finn
anything.
Takes down Hanbin. That's going to be the biggest threat now dealt with. Sparkle as well returns on the Soldier 76. It's instantly met with death. And the Shock will continue to hold.
Shock on the verge of winning this show match right now if they can actually pull off this.
Yeah, no,
miracle
Glad's made a lot of mistakes, but also I think the biggest disappointment is we saw how good they could be. They proved they could compete on a global scale with mid-season.
Oh, he's on going low. Has to use the dupe. Drops down. Is trying.
And
to
they
get
fell
elimination,
apart.
but
My opinion on
he's not gonna be
Max.
able to get one. It looks like the blade is also a bit of a
I'm enjoying his gameplay.
Receives a little bit of healing, but this dupe is going to expire now in 3 seconds. Blade pulled. Maybe he can get a swipe across. He does. Tags up Bliss, but can't get the kill. But it might not matter because Vinheim still finds MCD in the end. So a support down. dash
Yo,
in.
how is he still alive?
Trying to get past this wall of shock players, and somehow, some way, he managed to make it happen. Finn on the
Finn's
other side,
down.
Megapack ends up getting taken down. Hanbin finding the elimination, but now Max just shooting at them, trying to find the kill. Dragon has that annihilation ready to go. He, however, is going to be taking a hell of a lot of damage. Ends up getting picked off. Bliss going to be taken down. Respawn's getting ready to come through. Fuel have a hell of a run back.
Proper, can they keep him up?
Try to get this card across the line, but Sparkle
They can.
Proper playing the game on hard mode right now.
Oh, Bliss. Oh, good hit.
Okay, well, they kill each other.
10 seconds. They have EMP. They're going to Blade. Dallas have ults if they can just get there. Cart. Bro. Okay.
San Francisco Shock just let it roll. And that will bring us to.
Do you remember season 2 playoffs intro? I do. That was awesome.
If only the people could see my face in this moment.
Edison is not here.
Oh boy.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well,
The best color scheme for me, it's Toronto.
It didn't.
It was
Black and red are my favorite colors, so I'm very, very biased. I think Seoul have really good colors too, though.
Last time it was a round. This time is the map. Look, I'm not gonna say for sure, but it could have been them just like teasing a little bit. I think they definitely wanted to win it. I think they just.
I also miss Mecco.
Communicated on the call of who's gonna touch.
He's just not at the event. We don't know what his status is yet, to be honest.
They couldn't do it all the way to 0 and win the map because of the cart rolling through, but going from 520 to basically 0.
McDonald's Mayhem Classic.
Really impressive defense from them, and
Yeah.
I just gotta say, proper on Hanzo. Like, it didn't work out brilliantly. It didn't look great, but he's dealing with Genji die.
Came back.
He's got the Winston, the Sombra. Like, there's so many threats. There's so many ways he could die. He could just die to a Stray Zenyatta. Like, he's got Ana on him a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
He was playing against Widow earlier as well, like, where he's outranged, and he played it extremely well. Like, was it the right choice for the comp? I don't think so, but he was, like, still like, no, it's viable. Listen, watch me do this. And I was worried, and I think that Time Bank reflected how little impact he had on the early part of the map, but later on he did a ton.
Well.
Ooh, goats incoming.
It's just some silliness in the end.
Ryan Zarya match.
But, it's time for the RZ
Favorite caster
match,
duo?
which is
For me,
another
it's
weird way
Uber
to
and
split
Mr.
goats.
X, but close behind is Achilleos and
We've
Avro.
had a lot of different variations of goats. We've had moats and jotes and Sombra goats and.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is supposed to mean.
Something tells me there's a purposeful C9. Yeah, probably.
Oh.
They banned Kiriko and Sojourn in the ban match.
You like looked at me and I was like,
Also, at least we're getting
oh,
into the
that's
action
joke.
quick this time. We take those.
RZ and Ryan's already. Somebody didn't get enough sleep last night.
Uber's a free agent, so we'll see what happens.
It's a bit of an. For esports, this is an early day, you know?
1 p.m. start, man. It was the old way.
Proper. Who's playing Zarya? Is it proper? It is. Okay.
But, well. I feel a fool, but it is what it is. So we'll get into this one.
So, we just got the update from production that we are going to play.
I think Fury will be signed. I don't.
But also.
Oh, we're playing all 7 maps no matter what. Oh.
The world from goats. That we've changed the rules of the 6th map to Reinhardt, Zarya, Cassidy, Lucio, Ana. So, no break.
So 1 DPS to the Cassidy. So pressure on, and as you can see, Shock's having a little bit of fun with it because Finn is going to be running the Cassidy here as Proper goes over to the Zarya.
I was an Immortals fan, Jeremy. That's why I ended up supporting the Valiant when I did, because I was an Immortals guy.
That bubble comes online just in the nick of time to save him for a little bit longer, but then Proper finds the kill. Fury able to get
Finn, though, on the Cass. Hello.
It looks like his, Shock just kind of roll over the fuel. Swaps be damned. Kind of surprised that Hanbin is not going for the Zarya here. He's actually going for the Ryan.
Well,
Sparkle
I mean,
should be playing the Ryan.
Well, I mean,
a ton of Mystery Heroes.
Yeah, Sparkle did
a ton of Mystery Heroes. Ah, yes.
But it was always Hanbin's go-to in the Goats era, so it does feel weird, but it was one of those occasions where, like, it was rare that the Zarya wasn't played by a DPS player, actually, and Hanbin was
Shock
played,
at second place again. They might.
By the way, Sparkle is good at it, and it'll be fine.
Nothing's confirmed.
They
Empty
do, however, lose
space.
the point early, so.
Well, Hanbin's going to be first on the Shatter. Max only at
Bliss is a main support player from O2 Blast.
Knows pretty consistently to land this. Shatter's ready. They have the choke point controlled with grab advantage too.
Now it's all just about setting this up. Max probably
The Nano,
gonna have this, but they go ahead and they force
the Electric Cowboy.
Quite a bit of damage getting pumped in. Hanbin does drop the Shatter, but it looks like he doesn't find anything.
Sparkle, wow.
Sparkle gets Nano, throws the grab. And it's 3
The Nano boost
him,
though.
as they go ahead and gain control of the cart in a very crucial position.
You can force the Cassidy all you want, show match directors, but it's still goats, and like the grab is gonna work out. The old school Shatter combo there with the Deadeye does not work, unfortunately, in this
For the
case.
league, what city team would be great to win?
Couple knockdowns. Gurio going to be
Like an LA team or a Seoul?
Back behind the
Or a Seoul, New York. I feel like Seoul.
Retreat back over to point B. So good amount of space going to be given up as they wait for the full reset. Fuel now fighting a bit of an uphill battle, given that they don't have either of their tank ults, and Proper is just 22% away from having a grab of his own.
Finn trying to take the high ground here. Definitely going to be nice. Gurio does not have the same sort of angle here.
So they're just like the heart of Overwatch, you know? Yeah, exactly. Dedicated fan base.
As this gets really awkward, actually. With
Plus, they're essentially representing all of Korea, so.
You need the energy to actually force this fight. They have a defensive sound barrier.
Oh, well, yep, just holding it long there. Does get through the shield. The follow-up.
You're gonna want that grab back, bud.
Good kills found, and Proper actually did invest the grab on this fight, so a bit of a catastrophe here for the side of the
I want
shot.
Busan. I need another Korean team.
For some extra stagger. Fuel now in a pretty good position.
It's
Nah, that's me too, Manic. That's
that was
me
definitely
too.
not the right call, unfortunately, for Proper. And I see it. I see the idea. You're high energy. You've got a sound barrier coming up. Maybe you could force that fight, but now you've lost control. You had so much control over that choke, the spinner.
The high ground? Oh, what a big bionade. Oh,
my
can't get
God,
any
Yancey out
kills?
on the 4. Kills found on the back end of it, quite just yet, but Max with the pin is taking Hanbin for a ride, but I don't think he's going to be too worried.
There's
about
no
it. He's got
Doha
the mana to
leaks.
keep protected. He's got the extra charge to get himself
Not
back
yet,
on
at
the
least.
team. And Gurio is yet again just doing an immense amount of work here with this Cassidy. 2 more kills for
Dallas
him.
are kind of rolling right
It's
now.
the third there onto Viname, and the cart will continue to be locked in place.
Another European team would also be ideal, especially because Paris left.
Sparkles is sitting pretty at this choke point. I mean, this was the GOAT's map, right? Where you're like, okay, I've got grab. They can't walk through this no matter what. But he doesn't have high energy here, so doesn't feel confident to actually hold this. Wants to just move back, control the chart, build up more energy.
What other NA cities would you add?
Hold more energy.
And they're not finding any
Chicago,
contacts.
maybe Seattle.
Nobody antied out. Nano is at the ready here from Heesung. Could throw that onto Max. Try to get him into
What did the
good
open
spot.
queue match look like? It was
He
chaos.
will. Finds Gurio, gets the stun. but
It was
the
not
kill's gonna be
goats,
there.
I can
Wrapping
promise you
around
that.
Sparkle. No eliminations on either side. Now it's going to be the Nano here onto Max. Just looking for some targets, looking for some eliminations, but now going to be held at bay as Gurio once more is going to be charging up with that Deadeye. Gets slept in the end. The cart being brought forward. Now, let's touch into point B. As Fuel neither recontested. Start making their way forward. 3 meters left
How
to
many
go.
teams are in EU? We have
Just
one.
like
We have
over
London.
there. 98 now. Left to go. Fuel have to stay glued to this.
Hyman gets nanoed.
It's juiced up. Fire strikes flying. Tries to get rid of Heesung. He's just around the corner there. The opposite side of the tube, but won't be able to get him. Instead, it's just getting juggled into the corner, but Hanbin, he desperately wants to try to get the Shatter online, and right as he was about to have it, he ends up falling. Hanbin Bliss
Finally, Shock get through.
down, and that's going to be point B, snatched up here by the Shock. It'll be just shy of 3 minutes remaining for them as they go in the final stretch.
Yeah, I think it was a really good call to Nano Hanbin there. MCD presses it the second he hits 100 because he wants to buy enough time for
Look at the
Shatter to go
W.
off here and buy
Max
some
is
time.
hitting that
Sparkle
W
is so
key.
far away from the grab at the time. He's now nearly got one.
A new
And
Paris
really
team to
critical, I think
replace the
Proper
hold
had
on.
grab. He didn't need it to secure the point. He does not have
There
it
goes
now,
the
but
sleep
still
dart.
use
It's
the
out.
timing. Shatter gonna hit 2. Sparkle's down. This is massive.
Yeah, they're trying to
Oh,
protect the
Hanbin!
Absolutely
What a
monstrous.
shatter.
Fire strike will also find Heesung on the follow-up. 2 kills. Pin going to be interrupted. As the beat still going to be committed to the fight with just 3 players sitting here on the card. Vinheim wants to try to win this one out, and with Hanbin being as low as he is, they will find the kill, and they can actually continue to push. The beat ends up being huge in the end.
Yeah, I mean the
boss of
amount
the
time
gym.
that Hanbin spent there and resources he spent actually with that is massive. Sparkle's got grab. They have the spawn advantage. That's a big turnaround there with that huge shatter.
As the pendulum swings, so yep, drop the beat on 3, win the fight, and then immediately lose the follow-up. So the card again going to be locked
in terms of ult economy, it has been a shaky map here for Shock, and you know, making sure they can use those ultimates in the most efficient way. They've been very risque with how they're playing it, and it has come back to bite them a little bit.
It's so funny seeing Finn be the one to play the Cassidy.
Gurio forces them back. Deadeye as well here from Finn. Tries to get some damage through right as they round the corner, but he cannot.
Doing Violet proud.
Oh, nearly taken out. Somehow hasn't been eliminated. Everybody's dying around him, though. Vinham comes up with 2. Now a 3rd elimination.
3 for
him.
Vindame.
As he takes out somehow both tanks plus
They need
MCD.
to hold the choke. They need to keep these players out. They need to keep Sparkle down. He has no energy. He has a grab, but they need to make sure he can't grab onto the cart. Look for a real team fight here. If they can just stop that fight from happening, decent time bank finish here for Shock should be on the cards.
They're trying to split out both sides of the spawn room here.
Just keeping Sparkle out, sleeping him.
Oh, touch. Oh my goodness.
So even if he does get the grab
Oh, the
across,
grab?
it's not gonna be too much
Oh, the
damage to
boop,
off the
though.
back of it. It's
That was
really all
nice.
on Hanbin. He just
Rip.
can't quite make it over the top of the cart to get there, so it seems like they will be able to finish the map. So shy of 50, or shy of a minute.
One
So
sec,
that is
chat. I'm
potentially
getting a
important
tissue.
here for the Fuel.
I feel my allergies bothering me. Hold up.
Yeah, I thought Hanbin had an incredible defense there on C. He was given a lot of resources to do so, but his massive shatter into double fire strike forced that triple sound barrier, right? Took a lot of the steam out of San Francisco Shock's push. On the other side of things, I feel like San Francisco Shock, despite a huge time bank, had a few too many ults that were thrown in from Proper and from Finn there. I think that could have been saved, and I think we could actually be looking at a bigger time bank if I'm just being really critical.
Oh, sure.
Still a good push for them and all that, but I think had that not been such a fast ACAP, might not have actually completed the map at all necessarily.
Yeah, it's kind of sad we don't have a Paris team anymore because, you know, France has a very dedicated fan base for Overwatch.
There's
It's been interesting, to say the least, this series.
Going for the Rhine. Gurio, you're not allowed to play the Widow.
Sparkle on the Rhine, here we go. He had his Mystery Heroes practice.
No. Gurio, I'm warning you.
He like plays every DPS that's not allowed. We only got a few left. Can he is he gonna put the Bastion in there?
No. Yes. Good, Gurio.
Find.
Yep. We like find him like $5,000.
$5,000? Oh my god.
He can't play in the opening match.
Is it what? But like Prophet flipped the bird and only got a couple
Ooh.
thousand. Like what the heck is this? Big buy on
Okay, Kilios just casually roasting the Overwatch League in their
Yeah, I think it's
punishment
safe to say they will not be
system.
having the same time bank that San Francisco Shock did after their ACAP.
Yeah. Gurio able to find one. I mean, Finn and Gurio kind of killing each other with the mag.
I mean, I'd be mad too,
A
Penguin.
little bit of a longer run back for the Shock Cowboy, but Fuel still waiting to reset.
This gets very snowbally too. Proper gets better charge. Proper has the better ult charge as well. Like he's really in a nice spot here. Hanbin, however, I say that, it goes up to 80.
Ooh, they're trying to get this catch here on a max.
I joined so
They're
late,
behind
yes.
Looking for the kill, but they can't quite make it.
But they were
happen
mad
yet.
in French.
He's going to be taken down now. Vinham is well gone, so that should be the cap coming.
I mean,
through.
yeah.
A miracle.
I mean, like I was saying, France has one of the most passionate fan bases in all of Overwatch.
Yeah, taking Proper out there and not really giving.
Oh no, trust me, I know. It is a different kind of anger. I understand.
On the Zarya was pretty massive. Hanbin comes up big. And indeed, but it still will be actually a fairly similar time bank here. It just didn't look like that was going to be the case, but they actually do cap this on second.
I'm Vindame and Finn are on
This
Shock.
Finn is trying to get an angle here for this Cassidy to start profiting, but is
I feel like
coming
charge
forced
or
back
ready to
into
boost
this
on would low-key be
Heals,
cool.
Does so. Immediately
Yeah,
gets
it would
back
be.
If he actually had a Deadeye up there, it could have been really potent, but he didn't quite have it in time. Now they're through the arch.
So they're making their way through. Shatter dropped. He's hung dead. Proper throws out the grab, trying to turn the tide of the fight, but it's not going to happen. Max is going to be taking a nap as well.
Zoning Deadeye.
Now trying to hold them
Rip.
back with this Deadeye, but just kind of leaves himself out in the open. Ends up getting picked.
The idea with these Deadeye plays is to break the enemy.
Noted,
range
Penguin,
shields to
noted.
max and shatter. So it looks kind of silly when you're watching Finn in this position. It's like, well, he's just put himself really out there. Like, he's super vulnerable, but if he actually breaks that shield and Max hits a big shatter, it's a different story.
This is just a forward hold that the Nano gets forced here near point C.
Back
by
to
the Shock,
spawn.
just to keep Proper alive so they can make their way back over towards point B.
Yeah.
They might
We're
be able
like
to turn
on-
the back into the fight though, as Gurio and Spark
Have I ever been to Korea? No.
so the card has to be evacuated.
I've mostly only been in the
field, so
U.S. in my life. I went to Canada a couple times, but that's about it.
yeah, I mean,
For
I
now.
like the chase forward, and forcing the nano's cool, but I don't know that they needed to use their own grav, nor did they need to stay in that position for as long as they did. So costing them quite a bit in the shatter.
I'd love to go to
Pretty damn
South
big.
Korea someday.
Max trying to back away. Pin does come through. Bubble's not ready, and Max is going to end up falling. Good turnaround here from Sparkle. Guriel with that dead eye managed to find Vinham as well.
It's almost like putting Hombit on the Zarya puts some good results in your hands.
Yeah, he really
If there was a
has.
DPS tournament, who do you think would be the
Good.
finals
He's
matchups? A
also
DPS
some
tournament?
race, and he's done a ton of
Maybe
damage.
Shock and, I don't know.
And I think the more risky playstyle we've seen from Finn.
Yes, true, Vaughn. True. I will be going to Asia for my girlfriend soon in March.
In this show match is Hanbin here sitting at 72% of that grab, proper in the lead.
And on to Sparkle. Shatter just 3% away. Proper throws out the grav, but just don't have the damage. They don't have the pressure to try to take down this Rhine.
All right,
Card
Dallas
main
just
time,
casually
brought
rolled
forward.
in.
Glides into beat now. Quite a big
1v1 tournament of all DPS players. Who's the finals? I mean, it depends on what's being played. Like, it's such a broad question.
This is really crazy.
Just gonna throw out the grab? Okay.
The hell? Okay. I mean, Hanbin's just like, he's just feeling it.
So, I mean, Hanbin is outplaying proper here in terms of the Zarya, and, you know, it's been a really long time since either of these players have really played Zarya competitively, but he used Proper's grab to get 100 energy, sat on it, did tons of damage, saw an opportunity there to lob on the, it looked like they're safe behind the wall.
Yeah,
but
it's
he
funny
actually
when
just
Lastro
barely
said
hits it
that.
past the corner.
SBD,
And,
baby.
that's a huge push for Dallas Fuel, right around the corner. I mean, 345 on the
Goat
clock.
Ben.
And he's able to just consistently stay up near 100 energy because Sparkle's just playing like a lunatic. That eye from Finn, not getting anything. Max kind of getting bullied there in the front line. Needs to find some stability in that health bar.
I think the fuel actually got Bliss, or is he just filling for fun? I'm not sure. We will see. Could just be for fun.
Damage through, but cannot find any eliminations. But in the meantime, it still buys them
Could be
space.
something
It still
more.
Continues to bring the card forward. Max now going to be locked into the health pack room. The little cubby finally manages to push his way out, but is nanoed up and is instantly put on the floor by that sleep dart. Fire strike through. Vinham dead. Proper going to be taken out. Sparkle hits the ground as well, but stands back up. And the cleanup.
And wow, okay, Dallas
That's
with
gonna
a
be Fuel pushing their
3-minute
way to
time
the very
bank.
end. They even get a nice little 7-second bump.
Yes, Findame was the sole main support.
No, it's still possible for Shock to win this. Like, it is not out of the question.
Well, I mean, it was a
It's
roster
unlikely,
reveal for
and
the
main
Shock,
reason
not for
why is
Dallas.
because in a lot of situations, in a real Overwatch League match, for example, you would not actually play this comp with 1 minute here on the clock because you'd be like, well, I need to be playing around my ults. I need to have like some sort of tricky comp. Maybe you play one of those one blade push type compositions with Genji or something like that. You try to run a Sombra comp. There's a lot
Who's
of
that
weird stuff you can
Overwatch
do in
League
this
pro who
situation,
bubble
but
jumped over Hollywood and
because
grabbed
of the
out?
rules,
What, you
have
mean,
to actually run the big
Dufresne?
comp, which gives Dallas Fuel this insane advantage because you're locked into the mirror. So it's going to be really rough.
Who do I main? I play a lot of Ana and
Hanbin's
Lucio.
Zarya and how famous he was for playing it, but actually Proper, I think
I
you and
enjoy Ana
commentated
quite a
some of his
bit.
first Zarya games back on like Stormquake like a million years ago.
What happened to Violet? He's not available in this game. We don't know. We shall see.
He's definitely like needs to get on a better team ASAP, and then of course he did eventually go to O2. But he was an amazing Zarya player too. I think that really propped that team up back then. And he's underperforming. I'd
Max
say,
is on the
compared to
Zarya. Okay, this is what I'm interested in because Max is an off-tank guy.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Max versus Hombit on the Zarya duel.
Minor adjustments as Finn will go back to playing support, and Proper is going to be coming out the gate here with the Cassidy. So the training weights have fallen off. This is me and my
Yeah, Shock going all out. Proper on
full
Cass,
power. Let's see
Max
if
on
it's gonna be
Zar.
good enough to go ahead and get them this cap on A and give them a chance in these extra innings. It's been already going to be tagged up. We can hear that sound.
Yeah, technically no one's on the team until they make an
Nice angle here on
announcement.
the Hanbin.
Mag grenade does come
Proper
out.
save him,
And
okay.
16. Fire grenade out from Finn,
Don't have time to
Still
lose
alive.
anybody if you're Shock.
Yeah.
You cannot afford any deaths.
which is why they're playing back around this statue.
Shock are
Wide
taking this
through and
slow. They're
pushing
down
forward
just
to
this
real
one
safe.
fight.
Magnetic grenade not going to get a hit. Humpin and Sparkle
I think
down
Proper
low.
can very
Back
easily
in,
sustain this
massive,
level of
puts on
play
the
because he's
three,
just that
like
talented.
That could be the breakthrough that they needed
Oh.
to go ahead and get this cap. Proper will get the
Speak of the
headshot on
devil,
Bliss. MCD is dead.
he shall
This is
appear.
not over by a stretch. That'll be the cap coming in as they go ahead and wipe the floor with the fuel.
He's saying versus
Like,
Sparkle
I'm a
Ryan
Zarya
battle.
player.
Yep, classic.
I'm in my
What an
zone here.
epic
Proctor's
duel.
like, I'm gonna actually pop on the McCree. The training weights, or the training wheels rather, are off, as you say. Finn's like, yep, give me my Ana. I will hit the big purple. We will push this through on our first push, like our first real.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine Violet playing on any
Sparkle
other
obviously
team.
not going to be able to get in there to contest the point. once
Sparkle
just
might be able to end this with a good shatter, though. He's doing it.
He's gonna go in, drops
Oh!
the shatter, the nano comes into the back end.
Oh,
Goes
what
for
a
hits,
sleep.
however,
Finn with a
knocks the ground,
massive
now the counter
sleep.
comes out. Sung dragging him away from the rest of the squad. The barrier up, but it's going to break pretty soon. However,
But
Bliss
they're
is
playing
first
so
one to find
close
the
to the
kills.
spawn.
Takes out Max with the
They have to
headshot.
get kills
Finn
quick,
is
or
well
Shock could.
moved.
Oh, never
Will
mind.
find one
Well,
for his trouble, but
they
they've
did get the
forced
kills
off the
quick.
cart.
There you
It's
go.
leads away, so not very far to go here. As Fuel get the cleanup and get ready to go on the attack.
I'd love to see a replay of that shatter from Sparkle, because it looked like Heesung thought he was behind that little bump in the wall, like that kind of
Right.
pillar thing. So he dropped shield, like right there behind that light post.
I want to
He
call
dropped
cheating.
shield
He's saying
because he
swap from
thought, I
support to
think, that
tank
shatters
proper,
going to
from
be
tank to
able to
DPS, and Finn from
and
DPS to support.
Sparkle just right then and there, Kaiser-esque Eye of the Tiger.
Jerry,
like,
yeah,
slams it
classic.
down,
Jerry,
hits him,
Jimmy,
and I think that's
Gary.
obviously the key moment here, because if that doesn't happen, I think Dallas Fuel are really risking a lot by overextending that far. They could have just waited for Griot.
Can we just get a full roster of guys with like ordinary names as their gamer tag? Like Jerry, Jimmy, Jake, Gary, Max.
That's the end of that. So I mean, now
You think
we're
we'll have one
basically
region this
just a
season? No,
decap
I
here.
don't.
3 minutes for Dallas Fuel. And that's why what we were talking about earlier, just
Dalton, yeah.
for the Shock to actually close this series out 4-2. Looks like we're going to a game 7. We're going to a game 7 either way.
Yeah, we were going to do that regardless. But yeah, seems like Fuel
Inner Silver 3.
position to at least, still be the potential.
I think if he does end up not on Shock, he'll retire.
Just wait and see what happens. But just realized
He's basically accomplished everything anyway.
this game mode.
Boston winning it all? I don't know about that.
Could have gotten Stitch on the Cassidy and then
We'll see.
playing the Ryan, and that would have been fun as all
Next
hell.
time.
Next time. Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, Dante as well.
We get
Nero.
the attack now. 2 minutes 48 to work with still for the side. of
Jerry's
Fuel.
just not good enough, I guess. Free agent.
Tap the point, move the cart, and then they should have it. Proper's going to find first blood. Takes down MCD. He himself, though, dangerously low.
On paper, Atlanta are terrifying. They have arguably the best support line and the best hit scan in the league.
That was a nice nade from
Can Boston win a tournament? If they get hot at the right time, yeah. I think so.
some of his charge. Don't know exactly how much he's holding at the moment, but you can tell
Boston Savior. He was Boston Savior for about 3 games.
probably.
He's re-energized. Crucially, though, for the Fuel, I mean, even with Sparkle dying, he still has a lead towards that shatter. He's on trying to catch up. He's too far behind now.
True. He was the savior we all needed, but did not deserve.
Going to be taken down, and that could be a pull on the thread. as
Meanwhile,
things
it looks like Dallas are going to be taking this map.
Energy, the pin going through. Bubbles not available, but not needed, it would seem. As, yeah, I mean, Sparkle's just going to go ahead backpedal out of there. They need to cap the point, though. They will start to do so.
I gotta say, Sparkle is such a fearless Reinhardt player.
He's
yeah, and I mean that's sometimes the way to go. When you have this much time, you can actually afford one failed charge. Like if you charge and die, it's like okay, we reset, whatever. But if you get
Okay,
hit,
so
you probably win the
Shock
map,
have a
and
chance, so they're going to go
have
quick.
that follow up with Hanben
Quick
having 100
engage.
I mean, the cart literally, like, it can't move.
They're going to be running right into a Hanbin Grav
They
as
need to get out
well.
there Now.
Yeah, it takes a moment for the cart to like fully spawn in, but they will need to contest.
Oh, nope.
There it is.
Alright, well. Map 7, here we come.
Game 7, a 3-3 scoreline. It's everybody's dream. Like every player said, look, I wanted to go the full distance. I want it to be a close series. And it is delivering.
Yep.
Well, map 7 time.
Oh, boy.
Stage. If Dallas win, it's staged.
Into the position where it's like, well, now we can move, and then the game is just over. But that means that we get to go into a 7th final map. It's going to be Control once again. And this one, there are no rules.
It's a pro match, basically. Overwatch
Yep.
pro rule set.
It's going to be no
So,
limitations.
the only rule set is that you
5v5
have to follow
roll
the rules
queue.
that are in the game of Overwatch.
Indeed. So, no banned heroes.
That
no
means it's
forced
going to be Sojourn
compositions,
time.
just a
Good luck,
unleash on
Rio.
Tower to settle it all.
I
GL.
would like to see Fielder come back in for one last game.
Well, part of it's also Shock, I think, are extending
I'm
it.
not like, you know, I'm not like, well, it has to be like that.
I think Shock want it this way.
But I would like to see it because he only played at the very beginning.
They want to win in
basically.
map 7.
He dipped when the mystery heroes were coming out.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not doing that. I'd love to see it. I mean, MCD's been having a decent series. You know, it hasn't been like his best ever, but he's doing fairly well. And
3 proper
obviously,
5Ks,
Shock
wow.
is a real team, so it's hard to criticize Fuel, but
I mean, Boston
there
could
are some
build
things
the
we can criticize
chemistry.
about
I mean, they have
Providence.
certain pieces that already do have chemistry.
Sure.
why that
Be like
timing
Striker
disparity, I think,
Smurf.
was so high.
The K Bird Ring,
These are all things to be developed.
Lee
over
J.
time.
Gon,
these are things that, like, I only mention
Ziaki.
because
They all
it's
have
the reason
like
why a lot of people
duo
are watching today,
synergies. They just
Shock
have to
fans, people
mesh
are like,
now.
How good is my team gonna be? And I'm like, looks really
Would
good.
Let
by the way,
Proper
but-
Profit be the best
Trusty,
DPS line
trusty,
ever? I mean,
right,
that's
so
terrifying.
There's going to be, no matter what you do, no matter how many asterisks you put out there, no matter what we say, there's going to
Oh
be
yeah, their
those-
Winston Tracer dive will be
I
gross.
can't believe it. We're going to suck this season. Oh my God. When Proper did that grab, like, oh my God, we're screwed. There's no way. We can't win the championship now. Just calm down. Everything's going to be fine. They said that they haven't got any time to scream together. People are like, what?
No, Jerome. That
Yeah,
rumor
well,
ended
it's
up
a show
being
match, and they win,
false.
you know, whatever. It's like, well, this isn't even the team. It's just
Well,
like,
I mean, it was
yeah.
true, but then they
Just,
received criticism
just
and they
gonna be fine.
backed out of it.
Reminding everyone, I made this statement before the series started, but the grand finals of the Overwatch League did go to Game 7 as well.
Lijiang Tower, let's go, let's get it.
It was
Fuel
just
won
faded.
that time. So
Thoughts on Ramatra? He's hella
let's see
fun.
if Shock can bring it back this time.
Guriel
in
stinks.
this
Oh,
final
God.
match. Very close and
I hope
exciting.
Guriel makes you eat your
final
words
games
now.
in the finals.
He
Not
won't,
a
but
blowout in the final
we can
match or
hope.
anything like that. Very emotional, I think, for a lot of the players, and will not be any substitutions.
Nope.
MCD and Bliss sticking in here.
True, and Lexel got flamed. Kill 5 every fight. Okay, well, now we're just being unrealistic. Sparkle is on the Junkrat. Let's go! The silly hero. And Max is playing the Zarya.
Just for now. Let's see if it changes as we are here in control center. First rail there from Proper, not going to find a connection, but gets a headshot across on the Spark.
Oh, Max needs help.
Punish there from him. It's okay, maybe overstepping.
He's not gonna get it.
Going to be taken down as Hanbin tries to get those punches across, does get the pummel into one, eventually falls, but the trade up is absolutely
Okay, this Junkrat strat ain't the play.
good, and I think they started the fight off without their Junkrat, which is going to be a big part of their damage, and
Yeah.
they still managed to get the team kill.
It means that Sparkle is not going to have a ton of
Total of
charge,
5 kills this
which
match.
is
Wow.
difficult to
Bold
defend
prediction.
with, but if he can get in the position which he has here, then still a great angle potentially. That was obviously hard to use those grenades against Zarya because she's going to be getting charge off of them. Esong's down first.
The kills being found. Shock on the back foot once more. Have to retreat over towards the dropship as Hanbin just looks to hold the door.
It's hard for Proper to get an angle for line of sight here to hit railgun shots, so you can see he's really struggling here to break through this choke. He's getting poked at by the Ramatra. Whenever he gets an angle,
Is this Junkrat spam working? Pause champ.
Shot him, but he's not able to kill Sparkle yet.
He's looking for it. Gets
Oh, the
right on top.
Junkrat machine gun, is it time?
Max may be overstepping a
Yo,
little
Sparkle's
bit.
going in.
Invested. Trying to get this turnaround here on the fight. The HP bars across
Hey,
the
the
board. Just plummeting.
Junkrat.
Still somehow, some way.
It's actually working. Let's go,
If
W.
Hanbin hadn't died, if he had lived just a little bit longer, I think this would have been a cleaner fight. As it is, I think it's going to be difficult for Dallas Field to hold on to it. That being said, trickling through here, Max wants to stay alive and keep what charge he has left on the Zarya. They don't actually try to contest. They're just going to regroup, and Dallas Field, despite not being grouped up really at all, hold the point. Hanbin's back here now with Doomfist, and they've got a Riptire for the defense. Plus,
Riptire
they're
time,
able to
let's
hold and
go.
Line of sight.
Yeah, Proper needs to go absolutely huge here with this overclock when it comes
Pretty
out.
big
so far,
beat.
continues to hold on to it. Shock occupying the center of the point. Sine rush.
Oh, Grail's dead. See ya.
That's going to be the drop here. The beat comes through. Overclock out as well. Looks like it's going to work a treat. Proper doing exactly what he needed to do. Not a second to spare.
Well, there you
Gonna
go.
be coming in.
You're like, he's got to
Well, Team's Yaki on this year? We shall find out soon, I guess.
And
He's looking for Blizzard.
Yo, Wensley, yeah, you're back in time for the final map.
what Uber coined the shotgun, the way he was using the the overclock there. Actually, it was Mr. X who coined that in the finals, I think, where you just.
All right, it's
yep,
retire
I
time.
in,
Let's
I'm
go.
doing the damage. I'm cleaning up house and.
Come on, Sparkle.
Gets big kills here in San Francisco. Shock actually still hold this Zarya charge, the ult charge, that is to say, 75% of it. So there's an opportunity here to defend despite the odds looking insurmountable.
Well, first, I was going to say,
okay.
With his tire, and Heesung did with his face. He's dead. The kill comes in.
Dallas just collapsing on the Shock DPS.
Big opening now for the Fuel to just go ahead and regain control at this point.
Sparkle should
Proper or Defrani. I mean, Proper's a freak in nature.
At this point.
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you can control this choke. Max needs to get on the point. Somebody needs to get in there, but he needs to get that charge up. Shock,
The most dangerous hero with Kiriko's ult.
Get in there, Shock.
Oh yeah, they nerfed Zen, that's true. Zen was the most dangerous and they nerfed him. Reaper's pretty horrifying.
Sparkle somehow is not dead. He finally will fall. Benhemi able to find Gurio as well. So now going to be DPSless on the side of the Dallas Fuel, but Hanbin is still alive, still holds on to his Annihilation, and I think he's just going to be holding it into the next
Violet, there's a chance he's gone from Shock, yeah. There's a chance.
Fuel. They take control center.
Don't know for certain though.
Just not quite able.
If I had to guess, yes, but we'll find out soon enough.
Make sure they had, I think.
Okay, so match point for Dallas here.
First fight possible, like a scrappy fight. They wanted to have the best fight possible, and it was a little bit greedy in that way. And Sparkle having no Riptire, I thought they could just easily overwhelm him and blow him up there, and did not end
Your
up
prediction isn't that bad, yeah.
And Sparkle.
Oh yeah, Bastion, true.
One of those niche picks for him, but
probably not. Calvin, I don't think so.
Over to the Mercy, we have seen this composition already here in Korea on this patch, on this very map. It's an old classic.
A coach, perhaps.
And Hanbin moving over to the
a far up for Dallas. Okay.
Plus the Tracer.
It's been a while since I've seen the Sparkle Pharah. I'm hyped.
His way up here into the window. It's a little bit of damage.
There you go.
Actually finds Finn with a direct shot at the very end. For the boop off the side, can't quite get Max off the map, but still does quite a bit of damage. As the rail is built up, but he goes wide.
Really hard for Proper to actually get shots off. He needs a rail to actually knock this far out of the sky, and then Sparkle can just dodge him using the pagoda.
The Tracer duel, Gurio trying his best, living his best life. Even though Sparkle like had the opening kill, it really didn't mean anything.
Completely topped up. Sparkle wishing that he had a second Mercy. But not in this game. Nice shot. Yeah.
Rematra only.
Thrown down, Hanbin down.
Sounds fun.
HP. Bliss does not make it out. Heesung is able to go ahead and hound them down. Gets the Pharah as well. Them coming through. Curious to see if they're going to continue to pilot this, because I mean that was just the initial lockdown, by the way. Fuel didn't get control of the point, so it's 7% of the way of the Shock.
They did a ton of damage, but this composition doesn't have great sticking power. It's great at harass. It's great at finding like
the Hanbin ball though.
Getting ults early, but as you say,
this looks a bit more reasonable for Dallas. I kind of wish they weren't on ball, but it's okay.
Just carrying through, and San Francisco Shock feeling amazing right now with the ult lead they have, as well as positional advantage.
Piggy, yeah, he could be.
As well, obviously, he goes off the Tracer, goes to the Sojourn, and trying to match. So a huge chunk.
Ball bin, hot and ball, they're both good. Oh, the boop!
To try to have the ult. Hanbin narrowly avoids falling down into the koi pod.
Whoa, 1 for 1.
So trade out 1 DPS on either side, getting taken down. Fuel trying to occupy the point. He's spotting one just on the backside of the sign, but just can't quite nail these kunais.
Shock have a lot of ults though, so this should be okay.
Entrance here as Max goes pushing forward. Pummel at the ready.
Yo, the pummel is actually kind of horrifying with the Kitsune. Oh my god.
Cannot cap this point. Rushes are trading.
I mean, Dallas don't have any point presence with this comp. Yeah, they need a Ramatra.
Proper gets a ton of value out of his. Now they have defensive annihilation here versus a sound barrier, mind you, but that's still going to just get burned away. Dallas feeling dire straits here.
Looking at a final fight here for the Shock if they can close it. Take us to a final round.
Sparkle find a pick. I mean, he would be the great way to open this one up.
He's dashing
the stick
for it. Stick connected there from Heesung, but I think recall.
Okay, but that's a big kill on the carry. The carry's dead, but Max, oh no.
Taken down, Hanbin, however, punched to death.
The Max ult, the Ramatra ult.
It's going to be a tank for 2. Proper looking to rejoin, but the point just now starting to get flipped, gets interrupted as the recontest comes in. Heesung has to back away. Just right back in for more. Recall popped, and Shock might just be able to still win this one out.
It's close.
And him taken down. High value.
All right.
Sparkle.
It's flipped.
Trying to deal with Finn as well, but it's gonna
Oh, there's 2 kills for Gurriel. Not looking good for you, Penguin.
The cleanup finally in. 99% established for the side of the Shock, but the Fuel gained control.
Now, had Shock just let that point go, they would have given over way less ult charge. Now they're facing a lot of...
Yeah, that's true. Shock tried to win it all now.
So it's not a terrible
Dallas
still good situation.
have a chance to cycle their ults if they play this right.
And he has now passed him. Hanbin almost with his own defensive annihilation, but 1 pick here for the Shock. I mean, all they need is 1 flip.
Okay, Kitsune rush from MCD. Just looking to try to hold this. Into the corner they go. Proper going to be taken down.
There we go.
On to the pulse bombs. They don't need it yet.
Just the Kitsune. That's a good fight for Dallas.
Hound down. Vinheim takes him lower and lower, but it seems like Vinheim will manage to escape back to the sanctity of the dropship.
Now, the name of the game here for Dallas Fuel is to basically use 1 ult per defense if they can, or as little as possible, right? So they use the Kitsune rush. Now they can use the annihilation here and or overclock. Then buy time for the sound barrier. It is winnable.
Sparkle's kind of getting tagged up from all sides. Some coming in on the flank, hits him in the head with the melee. No kills will be found quite just yet, though. Rush
Bliss has been doing fine.
Pretty much instantly. Fists come up from Hanbin, just trying to stay alive. Pulls back successfully around the corner.
Okay, so Hanbin doesn't get much with that, sadly.
Well.
Oh.
So that means the annihilation expires. And Sparkle, question mark.
Well.
Not sure what happened there. Maybe recall and followed in Koi Pond. Either way, it's going to be Hisung, who's the Tracer that comes up big.
Round 3.
Pulse find the enemy tank. MCD going to be dealt with. Now it's going to be a sound barrier drop and solo onto
I think Soul would have went last season if Jonah kept playing. Hard to say for certain. I don't think anything could have saved them from their final fate, but they maybe could have been slightly better.
He's going to be going the distance with a 3rd round.
Yep, run back, running it back here at the ESET Run Back series. And
yeah, Dallas is hanging on.
Look,
oh my goodness gracious, Challenger. A promise is a promise. The dono. Holy moly. Penguin with, or Challenger with the 100 bomb. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Challenger, for the crazy super chat, bro. Thank you so much.
I mean, now it just comes down to 1 round, this whole best of 7.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheers to 2023 indeed. Thank you for being along for the ride, man. Always appreciate your support. I always see you out here on the streams as well.
Alright, a promise is here, the Dono stream. Hope you enjoy a night of the final 2022 match by the pros. Cheers to 2023.
Cheers indeed. Thank you so much for the support, Challenger. You always go above and beyond, man. I always see you out here in the streams. Thank you for everything you do.
That on one side, Fuel should be able to just go ahead and edge it out from here, as yeah, the cleanup will start coming through.
All right. Well, you know, as it turns out, like they do get
also Dallas with a clean,
to Hanbin, and he's able
clean
to
start to this round.
I believe it was Sparkle was picked first there because all the Afudo was being used on Hanbin. Like MCD's just
the promise was that the dono would depend on like how long this game went on for, how many maps, and went to the map 7. So here we are.
I mean, they're going a bit of a flank.
Thank you again, Challenger. I really, really appreciate it. It helps out a ton.
The point the headshot comes across, Sparkle is going to be dead, and I think the Fuel just really outpositioned themselves here by trying to go a little bit more aggressive. They end up completely falling apart.
Yeah, playing for the annihilation, but not only not getting it, but as you say, giving line of sight to Proper here with point control, meaning that the choke point that Dallas Fuel was trying to control.
So the difference here is Bliss is a bit ahead in terms of that sound barrier.
All because they wanted to make sure Hanbin could get that faster annihilation, and he fails to do so.
Good disruptor shot. Will be doing quite a bit of damage there for Proper. Pulse bomb now at the ready. Kitsune rush, pulse bomb goes down.
Yeah, Glad's could have done better with Patty Pan. He was kind of the glue that helped keep them together, I'd say. Hanbin, though, okay. We got a bit of a trade going on here in this map 7. No one seems to be able to maintain control.
Shock gets set up at around 41%. There it is. And the cap comes in. Dallas Fuel back in control.
Now I'm really curious to see if Shock are going to try to just bully their way under the point, knowing annihilation.
But now the difference is going to be that Vindame's the one who has the big sound barrier with no real countermeasures. So, and Proper right away doing proper things.
That's all you need.
Yep, finds one, pops the overclock. Bliss going to be taken down at the same time.
You can save the ult for next fight now. It's perfect.
Supports just Hanbin and Goryeo left alive. And there's not much that either of them
Simple,
can do.
clean execution. Proper should carry. There you go.
And then Shock just retake it.
They get to keep Vindame's
Unbin I've been appreciating on the Rematch. This is coming down to the wire, folks. 54 proper again.
Bit of an oopsie.
That's a bit of a Lee Jae-gon moment. He said, I can win this fight.
Nope. Can't break those cuffs.
Can't break those cuffs.
Well, that's going to give Proper a ton of ult charge here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Someone stop him. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Dallas can't even get a chance to fight, and Vindame still has the sound barrier. This is really bad for Dallas now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he's still continuing to look for...
Proper is him. This man is... He wants revenge for that grand finals.
Okay, they do force him back finally.
Here we go. Dallas are going to be walking into a sound barrier.
Spawn, basically. The overclock is going to be used.
There it is. They can go fast. Grill's going to die.
He's trying to hound him down, and eventually he does get that kill.
If they can keep Max up, he almost has his ult.
Hold firm in the front lines, needs some heals. As the Kitsune Rush comes in, he should be able to...
Hanbin down. That's it. This is going to be it.
Shock, but it's like with that rush, they should be able to win.
Wait, MCD? No, that's it.
Comes up with a second kill, but he still needs so much more than that if they want to win this one out. Sparkle Dash is in.
That's it. GG's. Proper closes it out. He rights the wrongs and gets his revenge. It was kind of a meme. A lot of this was just for fun, but this was an enjoyable event overall, I'd say. GG's. Congrats to the Shock for getting their salty run back. Kind of felt like... Kind of felt like, you know, it was extended in certain points on purpose, but you know what? The Shock got it.
Well, we got to see Fuel on stage one more time, and San Francisco Shock with this new roster, it's not perfect, right? It's a work in progress. Recently
they got their salty run back. Shock winning a map 7. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't feel the same as winning the grand finals, but good for them.
Only up to go, and they already have such a great start.
Regardless, I'm pretty happy with this. Even if it was more so a bit casual and not the most serious thing in the world throughout. We had a lot of variety, and I just think having off-season events in general are a great thing, you know? Off-season events we need more of. It helps keep us entertained. You know, people like Contenders and stuff, but Contenders isn't always on. We need tournaments, we need matches, we need more of this stuff, man.
Ultimately, this was a very close best of 7 that went down to the wire, and we didn't know what we were going to see today. We
had the tournament, what, from like last month?
Maybe they'll just stomp, but it wasn't like that at all.
We had this. We had the Legends tournament. We need more of this stuff. It'd be cool to see some of these teams, you know, like some of these players have like serious tournaments with money on the line, like back in the day before Overwatch League was a thing, where there was like various monthly and weekly tournaments. We need some of that stuff back, man. We really do. Like, so then the OWL players can compete, maybe Contenders players can also compete in it. That's what we need. This is the kind of stuff we need to, you know, keep the spirit of the league alive, the hype alive, all that good stuff. It's 2 a.m., but it was worth it, no regret. I'm glad you feel that way.
There is a very bright future here for this team. But of course, on the other side,
I'm really hoping teams look at the stuff and they do more of it. I want some more serious capacity, though. Please. That is the play.
The Junkrat, the Pharah, albeit for a brief little moment there, as well as, you know,
you just need more of it. Because people get bored. The off-season's so long these days, you know? Just like, what, if even if it was just like one thing every month, that would be really helpful.
In front of a Korean audience.
Yeah.
That is, I think, something that you can't put a price tag on. You can't actually say like how valuable it is.
Because there's times where the off-season gets really long and you just forget about the game and, you know, the game professionally and all that stuff.
Even appreciate, well, the Korean fans will, but like fans of the Overwatch League from the West, do people
this kind of stuff, even if it is just temporary and kind of casual in some aspects, is just great.
Yeah. Well,
glad you enjoyed the stream, Justin. Can we not have a midnight stream anytime soon? I mean, hey, I didn't get to choose this. This is just what happened. I was told that I could do this, and I said, why not? I'm glad we were out here.
It did go the distance. We got all the way to 7.
Well, it's over. Gotta maybe play some Overwatch 2 or do some math. See you in 2023 in the next video. I appreciate you, Challenger. Thank you so much for the donut. It really made my night. Thank you so much.
Fed with content during this off season, and of course the best way to really thank them would be to go check out their website and download their free trials.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired too. I'm not used to staying up like this either. But hey, what's done is done.
On their digital security package from now until January.
I did not need to get permission. Everyone was welcome to co-stream this, actually. The Shock made that known. I was also approached privately and said I can, so like, why not, you know? Why not?
As Kilios just mentioned. Good till January 6th, so you still got some time. Tell your friends, get in there, and keep your computer safe.
Like I said, I'm going to be doing it when I get home. Cause,
this would be your nice dinner or an upgrade. Yeah, it'll go to good use, I promise you that.
Taken care of. I think we should have a petition.
Anything helps, always. Always appreciate the extra support. West Coast, West Coast. Yeah, West Coast thriving right now.
Let's get him to change his name. I think we just need 10,000 signatures. If we can get 100,000, we'll get the White House involved. So
any more 2022 videos? Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Either way, it's been fun. You know, a show match.
I have no regrets. I'm excited for this roster. Yeah, this Shock roster looks pretty stacked. I don't think people know it's coming, to be honest. It's just O2 Blast Central. They're deadly.
A real teaser for you guys, but I'm hoping that it'll be soon, and I'm hoping that I come back and we'll have some more show match
anyway
going on.
I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I appreciate so many of you coming out, even though it's so late. All of you are the real MVPs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you had a good time hanging out with me and watching this fun series. It was interesting to say the least. I'm probably gonna head out now, go to sleep, and we'll see what the next stream is. I'll probably do something again very, very soon. Stay tuned, look out for notifications, all that good stuff. All of you have a good rest of your night or day, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for coming by, and I will see you again very, very soon. Peace.
Thank you, as Wolf just said, to all of you guys for